Hello and welcome to DCP Live, episode number 168. 68, right?
Almost the perfect number.
69?
Almost.
Yep. We're soon, yeah. Next year is going to be the perfect number. This is the holiday special. The Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Boxing Day. Celebrate whatever ye please, ye governor. Day of gathering and thanks.
Reckoning.
Reckoning. If you love yourself some reckoning, feel free to show it.
No.
You don't love reckoning?
No reckoning. No more reckoning.
No more. Interesting.
No more reckoning.
Oh. Well, hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
You guys all have a nice Christmas?
Hello.
Does everybody celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Kinda. We had a really interesting conversation at my house. Santa is like, because my son is 12.
Yep.
Right. And my daughter's 2. And we aren't really practicing Christians, but we still follow the interesting holidays, right? That are related around like mythical Christian.
Yeah, the consumerist holidays.
Mythical Christian holidays. I don't know. How do you explain Santa in that context, right? And the fact that he's in that conversation, he's super creepy.
Just tell them the truth.
You know?
Santa was invented by Coca-Cola in the 1920s to sell more Coca-Cola. Now we celebrate his birthday every year by giving each other presents.
Coke.
That's the real deal. So
You could tell the story of Saint Nick if you want to. It's a little, probably even scarier. So
Santa is the reason why we have like Nest cams in our house. Like it's to keep home invasion people out. The guy sneaks down my chimney. I don't know. It just seemed really odd. It was an interesting conversation with the kids for sure.
That just
and then my son.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus.
Classic.
That's some scary stuff right
there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my son's 12 then, and he set up 3 cameras around the Christmas tree catch. He wanted to catch Santa in the act.
What did he catch?
You could get a bodysuit that makes you very Santa physique wise. Get a beard, white beard. That beard's not going to cut it. Get a Santa hat, which you already have, and then he'll capture Santa Claus. There's no way he'll.
And then start knocking boots with your wife in front of the nanny cam, and scar your kid for life.
Wow!
My God.
That's one way to get us to stop it.
You could do a deep fake Santa where you get the footage beforehand and then do the deep fake stuff so it really looks like Santa. And then I feel like that would be even more of a mind bender. Like you'd actually further screw up the
I think I'd be scared if I saw an actual other person in my house as a kid. Get
somebody to come in your house dressed as Santa and then beat him up and protect your family, and your kid thinks you're a hero for the rest of his life.
Right. These are all great ideas. I really should have come to this brain trust to figure out what to do. Instead, what I did is I grabbed his camera, right? And I deleted the video and I inserted a video of Santa sneaking up and dropping presents down like a GIF, right? Like a ha ha ha, Santa caught you.
Yeah.
Well, I deleted the video, right? Everything was good. The next day, he goes back in, sees it, he laughs about it, he starts getting curious. I forgot to delete it from the deleted folder, and he went back and found me and the wife looking in the camera and going like this, because we went in there.
I was just saying, what? What?
He caught us hot, red-handed.
Wow.
It was bad.
Unbelievable. Did he also catch?
I'm surprised he lasted that long thinking Santa was real.
Yeah, you said 12?
So he knew Santa wasn't real.
Yeah.
He knew Santa wasn't real from an early age when he caught his grandma putting Christmas trees under the Christmas tree. Christmas presents under the tree. And then the whole family's been behind this deep cover up of like just trying to convince him so he doesn't know what's right and wrong. He saw the other side, and then now everybody's just like, no, it's real, right? So he doesn't know what to believe.
My kids were 9 years old when they found out that Santa wasn't real, and it was unfortunately my wife who slipped the beans, and they were pissed, like real mad.
Well, it's better her than you. Her than
Agreed.
you, for sure. Yeah.
Trust me, they're mad at me for a bunch of different reasons. We got a lot of therapy to pay for.
Oh, man.
I think maybe just me in general, I don't pay much attention. So my mom's like, we're putting out food for Santa and the reindeers. I'm like, ooh, reindeers. I like reindeers. They're cute. And then I don't think I ever really grasped the concept that Santa was bringing presents.
Oh, really?
I was just focused on the reindeers. I was focused on reindeers are cute and they're coming to my house.
Were you worried about like the naughty list, making sure you're good so you don't get on the naughty list? No,
I didn't know no. So I don't think there was any point where I was like, Santa's not real. I was just like, oh, reindeers aren't coming down the chimney.
Like, reindeers don't fly. This is BS, man.
Yeah,
I remember as a kid knowing that Santa wasn't real, but also knowing that I should play along because this is going to further my enjoyment and gift getting potential.
Good call.
There's no reason to ruin this fantasy for anybody.
So speaking of like Christmas and like holidays and stuff, and what was like a memorable gift or something that you guys got from your childhood that was impactful, something that you remember? What was that one gift that stood out from all your, all past Christmases? Does anybody have one that jumps out?
I got one. When I was a little kid, I don't remember the age I was, but young enough that Transformers were a big deal. I grew up, we were pretty poor, and my mother was a single mom, so it was just me and her most Christmases. She got me a really big-ass, expensive Transformer. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was it was a plane that was in the fashion of Robotech, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the Robotech plane robots transform? It was like that, and it was big, and it was clearly expensive. And it was frankly too much for me to really understand how to transform it. So my mother and I spent the entire morning, like after the gift giving, like reading the directions and transforming the Transformer. And it was a really special memory, and it was really fun.
Was it red, Brian?
It was white and red.
Was it called Jetfire?
Maybe.
It comes up. Looks like
I guess my story is somewhat similar in that. So we went to a toy store because you go to toy stores before Christmas. I think it's the parents scoping you out about what do they want?
The walkthrough. The walkthrough.
Yeah, the walkthrough.
It's like a Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and the parents are the safari people, and they're like, and he's getting close to the Tonka trucks,
And so I saw it was Barbie's dream house, the one that had the elevator in it, the 2 stories, very expensive. And I remember as being like, there's no way we can afford that. Because again, same kind of story. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. And Christmas Day comes, of course, there's the Barbie dream house. And I remember just being so much in disbelief that this thing was here, because it was just written off. Like, there's no possible way. This is for people that are like billionaires.
Yeah.
In my mind. So that's probably one of the only gifts that I really remember all the emotions that come along with that, and the time before it, and the time of opening it. Because it was just like, wow.
Chat's like, what's Toys R Us?
That's going to be happening in like 10 years. Kids in our chat are going to be like, Toys R Us.
Well, it's definitely like on its way out, right? They're all bankrupt.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stores
gone.
Gone.
Are they all closed down?
I don't know if them all are.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, quite a few have closed up.
So y'all remember going up with like the coupon
for the game?
They took it to the counter.
Totally.
And they'd have all the games like behind
in the
counter.
cage.
Yep.
But you'd have to take it up because they wouldn't put the games out because people would just steal them.
Yeah, as a kid, you had to gauge your entire choice on the cover and the back cover,
right,
of the NES game or the Super Nintendo.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And your friends who like hopefully played it before.
Yeah, the games only cost like $40 back then, like NES games.
Really?
But that was like an immense amount of money.
Yeah,
that is a lot of money.
Yeah, games have not really gone up very much. Since
they haven't.
Then.
But
$60
everything's
for
so
a game
expensive
now.
too. You could argue that it's still really expensive that they're $60, but for the production value.
How about you, Fran or Tefty? What do you got a gift from your childhood?
Fran?
Probably SNES. The SNES on that topic. Like mom hid it in the laundry room, and same as Watts like wrote off that that was ever going to happen.
Yeah.
You was not supposed to be spending that much money on us. And then, you know, was hidden in there. And yeah, the SNES.
Nice.
That is a pretty phenomenal opening.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when you open up a new games console.
Oh, it really is.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, did it.
Something about that is different, right? When you see a console and wrapped up. See, for me, I didn't really get that because my mom played a lot of games, so she bought everything as soon as it came out, which meant that I got it as soon as it came out. She prioritized her money into games.
Wow,
Barbie Dream House could not be purchased.
So you were playing your mom's games basically?
I was, yeah.
Wow.
Which is why I played Resident Evil when I was 8.
Wow.
I'm fine.
That's what happened. Huh?
When you start off a statement with "I'm fine,"
I'm great.
It's not good.
See, for me, my brother got a PlayStation. He's 10 years older, and he got Resident Evil. I got to play Resident Evil when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that.
Oh wow,
like,
that's still much lower than you're supposed to.
It was great. I loved it.
It was great.
It's like those dogs.
I think I played that game when I was like 15 or 16. It scared the bejesus out of me.
That's still young. It's an 18 game, right? Depending on where you live.
Scary game.
Yeah.
It's a very gory game. It's definitely like 18 plus, and like there's adults that it still scares today. So
yeah, it still has
well,
a
the dog jumping out the window is legitimately like a jump scare.
I played the remaster recently, and it still feels terrifying when you walk around the corner and the camera is like screwing you, and like the zombie just shows up and gets a big old chomp. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't miss those cameras. Those fixed cameras, I do not miss.
That's how they got you.
So when I was probably 7 or 8, most of my my childhood life, I was into video games and Legos. Absolutely loved Legos. And when I was like, I can't remember what Christmas it was, but I was 7 or 8. I got the there was 2 big Lego sets I got. I got the big pirate one where it was a giant pirate ship. I mean, in my mind, it was giant, but obviously.
Right. It was probably giant.
Yeah.
It was pretty big. It was pretty big. I mean, I feel like there's bigger pirate ships nowadays, but it was a big pirate ship, and it was dope. And I put it together and all that. And then I also got the space station thing. So it was like pirates and space station, space Legos, and it was incredible. I freaked out.
That does sound good.
I collected all the information, the brochures, and I'd like pour over the brochures at night, looking at all the different Lego sets.
Do that too.
Yeah.
When your parents don't let you go to the living room to play, you're in your bedroom reading the manuals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Did anybody ever find a Christmas gift early and start playing with it early?
I did not.
No,
I did. I found the NES Ninja Turtles game early, so I opened the bottom of the box and slid it on the bottom.
Wow.
And I had been playing it for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, and then I put it back in, and I had to do the pretend like, oh my God, this is exactly what I wanted. But luckily, that game was so insanely difficult that I hadn't even come close to beating it in like 2 weeks of constant playing. So I continued to play it.
That's amazing.
My brother and sister were very mischievous. So they're 10 and 8 years older than me. And there's a time where I think they were like 10, and they had broken into a trailer that was holding all the presents. And they had
trailer.
Apparently my parents had like kept all the. This is before me, but during their time, because I was born like a year later, they had kept all the presents in the trailer to try to keep away from them because they knew that they were very mischievous, especially my brother, who's always like conniving and getting into
on
things.
The hunt.
Yeah, on the hunt. And he couldn't be spanked hard enough. You know, he was always laughing and be like, "This is hilarious that you're spanking me." One of those kids. So they hid all of the presents in a trailer. They got into it. My parents were pissed. Returned all the gifts and got them different.
Ooh.
Got them different Christmas gifts.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they got them different gifts.
Yes, but they were pissed off enough to where like you're not getting these that you already spoiled for yourself. We're returning these. So.
Wow. Pope, did you say your best Christmas memory yet?
No. I guess it's really for me. It was I was like Tefty, very much into Legos, and my brother and I had, you know, those 10-gallon. We had about 6 or 7 of those filled with Legos, and we would take a king-size sheet and lay it down on the ground in our bedroom, and then pour the buckets in the middle, and we would sit on opposite sides and build like an army to it. And after like 6 hours, 7 hours later, we would fight, right? So we would have, so you couldn't really see there because there was such a huge pile of Lego. Well, my parents got us, it was funny because they got my brother the, I'm going to forget the name of it, but the Star Wars, but it's the four-legged,
the AT-ATs?
AT-ATs,
right? Yeah.
They
got Lego AT-AT or
yes,
like a
the Lego
one.
AT-AT. The Lego one, and a bunch of stuff for like the Imperial forces, and then they got me the stuff for the you know, the Jedis and the good guys, right? And so they already set us up to have this battle of good, and I just laughed at like we didn't think about it. I think about it now, but then it was just like we were already strategizing the armies and that we were gonna, you know, create around it. And I remember
I bet a Lego AT-AT costs.
So I didn't realize how much. So it's like you, Briar. Like mom raised, you know, us by herself, and she didn't, you know, she was a teacher, so she didn't have a ton of money. And I just look back now and I'm thinking like, man, that must have been a huge purchase for her.
Yeah, Legos are no joke. I mean,
they're not. No.
So my brother was about to leave. So we got. I was mad at us later because we had collected so many Star Wars Lego stuff. After that, that was the snowballing effect. Mm-hmm. That was the first gift that started an obsession with Star Wars Legos. And we used to collect them for birthdays, for everything with Star Wars Legos after that. Remember, so I was born in 77. The first Star Wars came out in 77. So this was probably around, you know, 85, 83 that we started getting these Legos. And we sold them all, Briar. We sold them. Like I would give anything to have that set back. We went and we put up a table at the end of our street. We lived in Fresno, Arizona. I remember it. We walked down. My brother thought I thought it was a great idea. We bought up all of our Legos, which was by that point like 30, 40 different pieces of complete sets of Legos of Star Wars things. And we sold them for $100.
Wow.
And that was probably in 90.
Yeah, but think how much fun you had with the weed you bought with that.
I would give anything to have those back. They not only would they be worth like a fortune right now, but the memories. We had so many epic battles with those.
I still have all of my Star Wars like Kenner toys, like those real old ones that only had like very limited points of articulation and frankly didn't look that good. You know, the Kenner company gave up the contract. All they had to do to keep making Star Wars toys for like the rest of time was send Lucasfilm $1 a year to keep that contract.
Wow.
Really?
And 1 year they didn't send the $1. So they lost the contract to make Star Wars toys. Isn't that crazy?
Basically.
Yeah. That was in that Netflix series, the toys
That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Toys that made us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch that.
It's pretty fun.
That thing was great.
Yeah, I was looking like there's some like rare Star Wars toys, and even newer ones of the complex stuff is like 500, 600. Like the Death Star. Stuff is like super expensive actually.
Oh, we had the two-legged walkers. You know, the two
AT-STs.
Man, how do you know the names of these?
I'm not.
I remember them. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, you know, I know actually more than anything because I'm not a Star Wars expert. Is playing Rogue Squadron on GameCube, and
where they like announced it
because of that game, and I actually had to review it a few times. So, and I did a guide on one of them, so I had to know all the names for like whatever the ships were. So, you know.
Oh, speaking of Star Wars, you guys played together. You guys,
before we do that though, I want to tell you.
Okay.
I have got the same story about your Legos selling them. I feel like I wish I never sold all my old video games. It's like all those old games for like the NES, the SNES, the Genesis, like even the Nintendo 64. I wish I had kept all of those. At the time, you know, I needed the money to buy new games.
Exactly.
So it was like, I really wanted to get the new games, but man, I wish I had kept those.
Yeah.
I have
vivid memories of bundling up all of my assets of gaming and being like, will this get me the new console?
Right. Yeah, totally.
Trading it in and being like, it's like pushing all your chips onto the table.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
Take them all.
Please give me more money for this.
In a weird turn of events, I'd lent my brother, after he'd moved out of the house, like some of my Super, I think it was N64 stuff maybe. Or no, it was Super Nintendo. Yeah, so it was my old stuff, but he just wanted to play some old stuff. Long story short, he was living with his girlfriend, and then they broke up, and he left all stuff there.
No.
And she returned to him his Super Nintendo and like a bunch of games, including Super Metroid, my all-time favorite, smashed to pieces in a garbage bag.
No.
I was so
heartbreaking.
I was so mad and so devastated. I was like, what?
And is this the same guy you live with now?
Yeah, my brother.
And I hope you remind him of it every morning. How was it not his fault, Briar? He was obviously a big enough ass to her that she just destroyed all of his.
Not necessarily. Like, I don't know the details.
It's assuming a lot.
Guess is
let's spill the tea here, Fran. Is he a jerk?
No, actually.
Either she is a very not great person, or he did something awful where she was like, I hate
How
him.
awful could it have been that she
Cheating
smashed Super
on
Metroid?
her is pretty
they were
bad.
both like
What did Samus ever do to her?
Killing her dog.
What did Mario ever do to her?
Briar has a point here.
Not like this.
Like, there's not very many things that can be justified for killing or destroying Metroid.
Yes,
disgracing.
And that was the thing. It had like
my
saves on it and stuff. Like he had a job obviously at the time. I was still in high school, and I guilted him into at least. I think he ended up getting me a used console and like one or two of the games, but there was more than that. And I was like, better than nothing.
Do you guys ever get tempted to like kind of go back to those retro gaming stores and kind of rebuild that old collection?
I still have a decent amount, but yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What's your most prized retro possession? I have a really good one because I was very lucky.
Prized retro, like video game or anything?
Anything in the sort of video game.
I still have my Dreamcast and all its original games because that's about the time where I started making my own money. And I didn't have to sell everything to get like the next thing.
That's solid.
And I actually plug that in every once in a while and play those games. Ready to Rumble, I still love that game.
Yeah. That'll be worth something. It already is to some point,
Fran.
I don't know actually because my mom has everything and she's in England and I have no idea like what she still has. I know that generally she tends to keep everything. So
good.
I think she should
probably
have
has more than you remember.
I have
I'm the opposite. Oh, go.
I was gonna say I found this recently in a box because we had moved a bunch of stuff out of a storage unit in LA, and this has been with me since I owned the game as a kid. The original Legend of Zelda for Nintendo instruction manual.
Oh, those are
that's cool.
I've somehow.
Do you have the game too?
I don't have the game, but I've got the instruction manual.
You just got the instruction manual. That's still cool.
Yeah, for some reason, and it's in really good condition too. Like it looks old.
That's really good.
But it's like for some reason I've been able to keep it.
I've got my original Game Boy, but it's broken. So I want to get another one.
Ex-girlfriend?
Yeah. What'd you do to her, bro? What'd you do to her, bro?
If it was
so
I was smart with ex-girlfriends. They just ghosted the fuck out of there.
They didn't have a chance to my brother,
So that's funny is that I've had such a love-hate relationship with video games over the years, like that I've destroyed more consoles than
destroyed.
Yeah, like
what do you mean destroyed?
Just I'm done with them.
Smashed
so I
them?
throw them. Yeah,
put them in a garbage bag and smash them.
Temper?
Okay.
I have a huge temper.
Was Pope Bear your brother's ex-girlfriend?
That would actually make a lot of sense. That would definitely
they actually are the same age. I'm finding out here.
And here I am asking if your brother's a jerk. I already know, Fran.
He's playing coy. That was why they never got along. He always
that son of a bitch. Anyway, so I've destroyed whole series of consoles. I probably have had 7 or 8 different Xboxes. Those don't hold up well when you throw So
why are you throwing them? Like, I don't understand why you would destroy these things.
At what point does it make sense to be like, I'm picking up my console and I'm hucking it at the wall?
I've matured a lot. I think once I hit around 40, stuff like that stopped happening. But in my 20s,
making progress, Pope.
In my 20s and 30s, I mean, I used to be decent at video games. So I would play a lot of Halo, and man, when I destroyed some consoles, just like
like you're talking like if you lost a multiplayer match, instead of like chucking the controller, you actually bash the.
I just crushed the thing.
So many
you're fucking twisted.
I don't even know where
I've matured a lot. I've matured a lot.
So.
Have you? Yes. Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
I'm really lucky because my whole adult career was at IGN for so many years, and so I had opportunities. Although I didn't take enough of them as I look back. But long story short, have a lot. But the coolest thing I have is I was covering GameCube for the longest time, and I had an import GameCube in the color of spice.
Was that a pretty easy job? Would you have a game like every couple of months to review?
No, it was not. Oh, because the GameCube. F you, get him off the show. I will not have you slandering the GCN, good sir. I will not have you talking about Project Dolphin in those terms.
We'll put Fran on the GameCube. So we can
some of the best games of the aughts.
We forget Frankie 2 times. It's GameCube Fran.
GameCube Fran.
You know what? I actually had
GCF.
I guess they probably closed down my AIM, my AOL Instant Messenger username was FranCube.
FranCube.
Oh, there we go. Writes itself. FranCube.
It does. Anyway, so long story short, I have a Spice GameCube. It's an import Japanese version.
Spice GameCube. I'm looking this up.
And yeah, it's orange. And so anyway, I had a switch on it because you had to actually I got it installed, I think, or did it myself because it was not too hard to do. And that would allow you to play US or Japanese by flipping a switch. I'm telling you this because
Oh wow!
Yeah. So yeah, you could just before you turn it on, you flip the switch and it would change the little circuit that they had in there of which way to do it. So anyway,
was that an aftermarket modification or did it come from Nintendo?
Aftermarket.
Like that?
Oh yeah. You're not supposed to do it. It voids the warranty and everything. I did that for quite some time. I remember now opening it up very carefully and either modding them myself or attaching some stuff, but. Anyway, so Game Developers Conference was coming up, and I had the opportunity to go down. I feel like it was for, I don't remember what game, but Nintendo's Satoru Iwata, Eiji Aonuma, and Shigeru Miyamoto. If you know those 3 names, Iwata is the late president that actually took over after that. But long story short, they are all there, and I never do it, but I was such a super fan. I never asked for autographs, and I got each one of their autographs.
That's really cool.
On the
GameCube. I still have it.
Awesome.
Wow.
It's so cool. It has, and to have Iwata and Miyamoto, the creator.
Yeah, that's huge.
Mario
that's super cool.
He drew at the time. Pikmin was popular, so he signed, and then he drew little Aldemar.
That's my mom's favorite
Pikmin
game.
Guy. Yeah. Pikmin.
Can you post a photo of that on Zeke's
I
Twitter?
should. It's like very sealed up, and air doesn't touch it that often. I already had smudged part of it, right after I got it. I actually smudged a little part of it. I didn't know how it was going to react, but it still looks
some
awesome.
people actually clear coat those, right? So
see, I never do it, so I wasn't good at it. I remember I think I very quickly put it in something. I think I put it back in the box or something right after they signed it. It was still wet, and so part of it's smudged, but it's very original.
Apple TV actually had a GameCube skin on it.
Oh, really?
So it had it looked like a very small purple GameCube, but it was only
cool.
My wife made me take it off. She's like, "That's too ugly."
Oh,
You're the worst.
Can't go in the living room.
You're still married.
Interesting.
You're still married.
Anyway.
Look, we all make mistakes.
Well, so another big thing in holidays is gifts or giving thanks to people, but another thing is getting together and the food and the people that you're with.
I'm still full from yesterday.
Yes, I want to talk about what kind of food gets you when you start thinking about the holidays. What kind of food gets you just going? That you're excited about, that just says to you the holiday spirit.
It's because I honestly gravy. Like I just feel like
gravy.
Always waited to eat a bunch of gravy. Until
yeah, I don't really have that much gravy. Yeah, outside of like Christmas, Thanksgiving stuff.
Oh my god!
So yeah, that's a
good one.
Freaking love gravy.
For me, it's the same, but it's stuffing. It's I never have stuffing all year long, and then it shows up during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm like, sold. Some stuffing.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's always been tamales. You know, making them
Taco Bell.
Taco.
Traditional, some traditional Mexican cuisine.
Midnight Taco Bell run.
Whatever, guys. Okay, so
because you're Latin Pope.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My family is from Mexico, and then from there from Spain originally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but so tamales is always a big deal for our family around the holiday. But so I think something that of like more recently that I only see around the holidays, but I can't. When I see it in a buffet or like a lineup of food, I'll bypass the turkey. I'll bypass everything else. If there's a honey baked ham there, I will destroy honey baked ham.
I'm a big fan as well. Big fan as well.
Yeah.
We put some mashed potatoes on there. Put some honey baked ham and gravy.
We hosted for Christmas Eve and we did a ham, but it wasn't honey baked. It was Costco. It was still glazed.
But
so it was a glazed, a spiral ham, and my mother-in-law put the pineapples, sliced the pineapples with it.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, it's
so you dirty taco. Holy cow!
Oh, it was great.
I don't understand why people have
the ham.
I don't understand why people have a problem. Go.
I was going to say, so she also did fried rice and lumpia, which is Filipino egg rolls, and she also did chicken adobo. And then we had like a vegetable stir fry with it as well. It was kind of like a potluck type of thing. It was really great. Then we had white elephant dinner.
Ours is kind of similar because we celebrated Christmas Eve. We were hosting, but Tomo's parents brought over the food. So we had like sushi rice, we had tofu steak, we had like a bunch of different rice toppings. So you could kind of choose what you wanted on the rice.
Wait, what's tofu steak?
Isn't
that like an oxymoron?
That's cut into like
nothing you want to eat.
Steak
I can tell you that.
Sizes, and then it is seasoned and glazed and all of that.
That's like the worst form of trickery. Hey, here's a delicious steak. Look, it looks like a T-bone.
Well, if you don't eat meat, it's actually pretty nice to have something like that on Christmas.
I will say, I've had some of the tofu stuff, and it is very convincing and delicious.
Well, this was like, this is all like made from scratch, Japanese.
Is the texture like steak, or is it still like soft?
No, it's just like a way of having a part of your protein dinner, but choosing to have it be like that to be more in line with what other people are eating. But yeah, and then other people, there was like salmon, there was some other fish stuff, there was the little fish balls, which is of course, so it was kind of, it had a theme of like sushi stuff around it. So that was cool. That was our Christmas Eve.
Any octopus, and then octopus hitting in there?
No
takoyaki.
Yeah, and then Christmas dinner I made like just kind of the typical stuff with mashed potatoes and gravy and a bunch of different vegetables. So I had lots of food.
Nice.
A lot of food.
Wow.
Too much food.
Yeah, for
my wife had to do everything for Christmas this year because I was laying on my back.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
So I couldn't really do any shopping.
Convenient, Briar.
Let's
be honest. Yeah, you milked the shit out of
a lot of sense. Come on, like a week before. Holy cow, Briar.
The stadium.
The only shopping I did was and it was Monday. The Monday before Christmas, I went and did all the shopping for my wife, like just for her. And my wife basically, it was on her to do all the other shopping. For 2 kids, for everybody's parents, like all of it. And I couldn't wrap anything. So she had to do all the wrapping too.
So she knew what she was getting beforehand?
No. I wrapped her presents, but very shoddily because it was like killing me to lean over a table to wrap presents. Anyway, so for Christmas this year, we decided we were going to have my mother, who was coming over, she was going to bring over like coffee cakes and donuts, and we were just going to chill out and get Chinese food. And that's what we did. Yeah. It was fucking the chillest Christmas ever. It was actually really nice.
See, yeah, I think that's you know, because like we don't usually have a very traditional Christmas dinner in terms of food, because it's just everyone there is Japanese, so it's all that kind of food. But it's not really the type of food that makes the Christmas meal, right? It's having all of your family around with you. So you can order some Chinese or some pizza, and it's gonna be great because everyone came over to have that meal with you. Yeah. Actually, our neighbors ordered Domino's pizza Christmas Eve because they came to our house trying to deliver it to us. They have the wrong house, so they were getting Domino's pizza for Christmas Eve.
Yeah, my wife actually found out that Chili's was open on Christmas, and I actually felt really bad for the people who worked at Chili's. I was like, God damn,
open on Christmas? That's bad.
Well, people need to eat. You know, not everybody celebrates Christmas.
Don't like to cook.
When I was a kid, actually, I used to work Christmas and Thanksgiving because they pay you double time.
Yeah.
So whatever job I had, if it allowed you to work on Christmas, or because I only had, it was just me and my mother. So like we'd be done with Christmas in like 30 minutes. Here's your gift. Well, here's your gift. See ya. So I'd always work.
For Christmas Day though, we went over to my brother's house and they cooked up some prime rib dinner.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
delicious.
They do like potatoes on the side.
Potatoes, prime rib, and like a hearty salad, and that was Christmas dinner, and it was delicious.
Nice. Like what kind of potatoes?
Like it was actually had some cheese, rutilated cheese in there.
Okay,
mashed.
Okay,
like mixed
very
up.
Nice.
Yeah, very non-vegan.
Best comment I've seen in chat tonight is, does Fran hate Christmas? He's not wearing a hat.
I totally didn't come prepared.
Fran, do you hate Christmas?
Yeah. Next year, I'm going to wear a Grinch hat then, just to seal the deal. Honestly,
I do get on a Grinch note. I do hate the consumerism that comes with Christmas. To be honest with you, like we have a rule in our house. We have a rule in our house that everybody like gets a present, not one for everybody. Like not everybody's buying for everybody. So we, like we go and we sit down at the tree in the morning. We have, hot chocolate, a cup of coffee. We relax. We have breakfast that morning. It's not the highlight of the morning. We sit down, we open up a present, and then we go on with the rest of our day. I just think it's ridiculous when people are. That's one of the reasons why we don't go to other people's houses for Christmas morning. We used to go over to my sister's, and nothing to knock on her. She raises her family the way she wants to. They'll have 5, 6, 7 presents for each kid, and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like the feel of that. So
that's how me and my mother were. But once I married into kids, right? So I have stepkids, and they were about 9 years old when I met them, and I went fucking hard the first year, and I've been going hard ever since. I fucking love it. One of my kids got the whole the Razer court set up this year. So
you said that.
One of your keyboards. It's the whole Razer pink setup. It's got a gray and pink mouse mat and a pink mouse and pink keyboard and a pink microphone, even a pink headset. And a pink headset stand with a USB hub.
Don't get me wrong, Briar. I don't judge others. I don't like it's.
Look, I make a lot of mistakes all year round. I got a lot of work to make up for.
My mom actually handmade each of her kids, so me, my brother, and my sister, a really big stocking, like gigantic. As a kid, it was the size of me. So she handmade that. That's and she would always fill that full with stuff. And it wouldn't be like the super expensive stuff. It's kind of like the stocking fillers, the pajamas and the socks so I'd always have a bunch of stuff to open, and then I'd have maybe one thing that was like, this is the big present. Yeah. But then I'd have, the stocking was it's just stuff to open. Because it was fun to open presents.
Yeah, I feel you though, Pope. I like what you're saying is not lost on me.
Yeah.
It's just it's this time of year I resist that kind of anti-consumerism.
So
I just have so much fun with it.
So we end up doing the white elephant thing because it's also
it's fun.
Can you explain that? I don't actually know what that is.
So white elephant is where you set some terms on what you can buy. So we decided to go pretty cheap and just say $15. So it's either $15 max or something that you want to regift or get rid of that could be funny. And that was the rules. So we had like 12 people over and did a white elephant experience. And so people draw a number, and what number you get is at what point you get to pick a package. And
yeah,
you can have the choice of either picking the package or stealing someone's gift. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is the shittiest way to do presents.
No, it's awesome. We had a fantastic time.
If you want to breed hatred in your Christmas, if you want your Christmas to go the route of the dark side, this is the way you do it.
We had a fantastic time doing this. We didn't do it for, like, I have nieces and nephews. They weren't a part of the white elephant because they're
just
still
the adults.
Yeah, it's adults doing wacky gifts. Like my brother, his white elephant gift was this canvas bag that said $10,000 from Tombstone, and it was stuffed full of untrimmed marijuana. Just a giant bag full of untrimmed marijuana. I was like, what is it? I ended up picking it. I was like, what is this? And I was like, what's that? And I opened the bag. I was like, whew, wow. So naturally, my Tombstone $10,000 bag of marijuana got stolen. Somebody stole it, you know?
Somebody took it.
What'd you get?
I ended up getting some tea infusers, which I was really,
that's probably more useful to you.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
So pot's getting pretty cheap out in California, huh?
Yeah, I'm just saying. $15.
He had been growing some. He doesn't really grow anymore, but he still had some that was in the garage.
Oh man,
Can't get
sounds
that
like
on
a
you.
good brother.
Gonna white out.
So that's actually a really good segment.
That
segment
is.
for
My address.
crossover for we did something similar for DCP, and
But we didn't do the white elephant.
we didn't do a white elephant because
Secret
it's a little more
Similar.
difficult with all of us living in different. Here, Fran's gonna explain what we did.
I'm good. He's just doing this because he thinks I didn't understand like what we were doing.
This is a test.
But
You
it is
have, like-
tricky. So
I
Yeah,
love the fact that you have like 15
just
questions
explain.
for even the most simplest
I
thing.
don't.
You want
There's-
to understand like the very details of things, and I love that.
no,
about
okay.
you.
If you're gonna put it out, literally, it was like you said we're doing it, and then like
Yeah.
that was it. But I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like,
that means we're
who?
doing it.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
but,
do
like,
it.
I needed a name. I need
Hey,
names. you
and
know?
then I linked
and
you with last
eventually
year.
they came. Eventually.
All right,
like
so
the address.
so everybody had different people. They didn't know who had them. They just knew who they had. So everybody has been sent a packet from somebody,
Yes.
and part of the fun is to guess who sent it to you. But we're just gonna go ahead and start.
Yeah. Yeah, and we should disclose, right, Pope? Like you had to organize this, right?
Oh yeah, I had
So-
to. That's one of the. Yes, I organized it, so I know who has everybody. So I'm not in. I already know who I got or who gave it to me,
Right.
and so I guess I can start there, and
you
then
probably
we'll
should.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we should see if
Let's do it.
chat, like, let chat. Should we do that? See if
Yeah,
if
yeah. Let chat
can
guess
who
who.
gave it to you.
Great idea.
All right,
I like it.
I think they're gonna be very wrong here on this
Okay.
I
one,
think so.
but
What'd
so
you get? Oh, Fine Stefano, right?
Booze.
Yeah, booze.
That is a nice German beer. Oh, and Früh Kusch.
It's from. Never mind.
Kush.
I'm gonna try to pronounce them all if they're all German. Oh no, that's an Okinawan. Orion
So,
Orion, maybe.
there's
I don't know.
beers from all over the world. A lot of them here.
Oh, cool.
That's
I'm
actually a
playing
really
dumb
thoughtful
because
gift.
obviously I sent all these.
Yeah, they're really nice
espresso
beers, and a
stout.
lot of them I can. If you guys know, I have a stomach issue, so I can't drink really. So a lot of them are beers that I can drink.
Are you
and
giving them away?
So here's a.
That's
a
probably
lambic.
illegal to give out booze.
Here you go, kid.
Giveaway.
I wanna
Press
give 'em away. I'm not
press mark booze to enter the raffle. We're going to be
Fran,
giving away.
Fran
live nearby.
Hopefully,
Those
you're
are
over
Fran
21.
Block.
They'll come by and grab them.
Yeah.
And I thought one of the funniest things. It was a box full of booze, and one of the funniest things in it was this little.
So type in chat who you think
Drink
this is.
aid.
And a
Drink
Drinkade.
Nice.
It's like
Wait, is that
covering.
for your stomach so you can actually drink them?
yeah. So it's a feel great and celebrate. It's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like drunk prevention or like hangover prevention.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know. I thought it was hilarious. But so that was my.
Who gave you that?
I want to say
Tefty's been
Fran
quiet.
because he's just like naming everything and knows
That's
where.
true.
But maybe he's just an alcohol professional.
We call them
They call
alcoholics.
those alcoholics.
100%. Had I given it to Pope, I would act.
Based on
way through it.
the quietness, I'd say Tefty.
Yeah, I gotta go Tefty here.
He's being
Yeah.
very.
He is being very quiet.
This lambic, by the way, is freaking
And
delicious. I don't know if you
Briar's
guys
trying
ever
to say
had
it's everyone else, so it's probably
So
Briar.
good. What
I feel
flavor?
like
lambic
Briar's
is
the
it? Is it
resident alcoholic, though.
That
Is that
hurt,
the
man.
raspberry one?
It
Pope?
just means you're knowledgeable. That's all.
Professional.
That
Alcohol
got deep.
professional.
It is a raspberry lambic beer.
Delicious.
It's produced in Belgium.
Lambic
What
is
a
delicious.
thoughtful gift. Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Can we
so
reveal who the winner
We
was?
gave him
Or
enough
who-
time. There,
who the
everybody thought they were
gifter?
guessing all of us.
the actual gifter was our one and only artist for DCP.
That makes sense.
We should have known. It's a thoughtful gift. The
It's
only
a thought-
person who would
Didn't
give
we
out
do
a
this
thoughtful
last
gift
year?
is,
It was
of course.
thoughtful and an act.
It's
course
thoughtful
it was
and
ass.
appropriate, and I
Yes.
appreciate it very.
As a matter of
I'm
fact.
probably above the spending limit. It's Ash.
Yeah, it does sound quite above the limit.
So it's a lot of really nice beers from around the world that I
Wow.
I
Of
can't wait
course
to
it
try.
was Ash.
Of course it's Ash.
So
That is an amazing
Ash is
That
a
is an
wonderful
amazing
person, and she wanted to be here tonight. She normally joins us, but she said she wasn't feeling well. She was sick, and where she lives in Austria, it's 2 a.m. So told her get some sleep, but we'll give thanks, and I appreciate it. So this toast of this lambic that I've almost polished off, and it's delicious.
I have a little bit left.
So cheers,
Nice.
Ash. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ash.
Cheers, Ash.
Cheers to Ash. I only have
That's
water. I'm not cheersing.
Quick
with
note:
water.
she did the cover for our new album that my wife.
I
and
saw that.
It's
That's
so
pretty
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah, our new Tefty memes. It's called Winter Dream. She did the whole design, and I was like, Ash, like, would you be interested in working with us on this? She's like, yeah. And then she just came up with this idea, and I was like, that's brilliant.
You're like, perfect. Okay, great. Every time.
Very talented.
Every time I'm just like, here's generally what I'm going for. She's like, here's this thing. Like,
yeah, she's like, let me
Perfect.
take all the information and frame it in a perfect way that you're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That's amazing.
So two people that I've been part of and are part of DCP that are not in this is Aries. He'll be in next year's.
Yeah, we gotta put Aries in here.
Yeah, he'll be in next year, and
But he's gonna have to be on the show.
yeah. See, the thing
Yeah.
is, he never wants to be on the show. So
Well,
that's
suck it up, big boy.
as soon as you
Sure,
get over
Aries
that
is in
stage
chat.
fright, my friend.
You can shame
You're
him.
on.
Buckle up.
Yeah,
We can just get an overhead cam of him opening up the present then.
there you
yeah,
go.
just of his hands. It's
Just
like
with
one of
his
those
hands
hand
opening
models.
the present.
And anyway, so and then Holtzman is also not on the show. He's currently in a bus traveling. He's probably arriving home right now, and he said he was too exhausted, couldn't make it. But all right,
Fair enough. Yeah, I want to be clear as the alcohol professional that I'm not drinking right now because I totally I ordered a pizza last night at 1 a.m. after drinking Sekiro. Playing Sekiro really late, and I finally made it to the gym, and I just was
I don't
like,
see the problem.
I could get
It's Boxing
some.
Day.
Yeah,
I mean,
what
get
is
some
the
wine.
issue here?
Should I do that?
yeah, wine's doesn't have calories. Come on,
go
man.
right now.
Should I pour a little wine? I could do some wine.
Usually just a little one, just a little one.
No, not a little
Yeah.
one.
Just the amount that you give
mean,
the kids so they can join in on the holiday drinking.
Right.
That's
All
right.
Hold on. Stand by.
I'm drinking a little
Continue
Bombay Sapphire with some lime LaCroix in there. Go
I
ahead,
was
chat. You can
drinking
judge me.
mango Moscato, but
I think we should name that drink Tefty.
Isn't it?
What are we gonna call it?
The Teftical.
I'm drinking a Teftical right now.
amazing.
Bombastic.
Now I have to make
Okay.
friends.
So
Who's next?
All right. Tefty,
Oh, just
Watts.
run this show.
Okay, Tefty, you're up next.
Am I next? Okay, should we wait
Yeah.
for Fran? I don't know if.
Nah, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be late
What if?
no matter what we do. Yeah.
So I had two
Kinda.
things show up. I was confused
Kinda
too
want a
because I was
Teftical
like,
now.
uh oh.
Sounds delicious.
I was like,
Oh, whoa!
Did I
Those
get?
are- those are-
Because they showed up on
they're
separate
wrapped
days.
and everything.
Well, from Amazon. Amazon knows what's up, you know.
Mhm.
Hit the Bezos button.
Here, let
Yo,
me see the two of them.
while
Wrapped.
Fran is gone.
About how big are they?
What?
Oh, never mind.
No. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah,
Go
what were you
ahead.
saying, Briar?
Never mind.
All right. First one is, a little lightweight right there. The next one, though, a little more heft. You can see by gauging by the beard, if you're watching. If listening, it's about the size of my head. The length of my head, not the actual rotundness. All right, I'm opening up the first package. So I have no idea who this is from. Let's see. It's Amazon wrapping. First, it's wrapped again. It says Amazon. I got an eggplant.
This is from Fran, 100%.
Keep calm and squeeze the eggplant.
What? Wait, what is it?
This is
Sage
Fran.
advice right there.
Eggplant, yeah.
But you squeeze it.
Sage
It
advice.
says keep calm and squeeze, and
It's the other. It's the other webcam, Shefty.
No, I'm
For
showing stream.
us.
I'm
No.
showing stream. Sorry.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's a stress eggplant. Exactly. This
A
is perfect.
stress eggplant. You squeeze the stress eggplant.
I'm already relieved.
Yeah,
I'm already relieved. This
I
is
have
great.
an eggplant emote.
All right. So
Nice.
far, I have no idea. There's a two-parter to this. So again, this is the bigger one. That's more head-sized. For anybody
Boy, if the last
listening.
one was an eggplant, I can't wait to see what the big
Right?
one is.
A bigger eggplant?
Jumbo eggplant. Let's see here. Again, these arrived separate days too, so I was confused. I was like, oh no, did they send one of my gifts to my house instead of?
I was so scared that would happen. I was
Yeah,
looking, I was
right?
I
like,
had to cancel mine and cancel my order and redo it. Yeah.
All right, next up we got Swell. What is Swell? The only bottles that look great and do good. Technology keeps drinks cold. Nice. I love these things. I actually haven't tried this
This
brand
is Fran.
yet. Think
This is Fran, 100%.
It could be.
It's a nice
could be Fran.
sounding
Well, it's like a funny thing. The eggplant, like I said, he has an emote of
Look
an
at
eggplant.
that.
And then there's like a thoughtful gift as well.
Look at
Funny,
look at this
thoughtful.
beautiful bottle.
Fran.
It's got a nice design.
I like
to
the
it.
rating.
Here, let's do.
That's cool.
How about
It
that?
looks really
Metal?
cool, actually.
Hear
Wow.
that?
Mm.
Little ASMR test, real quick for chat.
Perfect.
That was
The
good.
fingernail tab.
That was good.
Let's see. Who is this?
All right.
Eggplant emoji.
Yeah, like, do we all have to guess every time? Because otherwise it gets suspect.
gonna go with
when
Fran.
Everybody's silent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess
Or
Fran.
too tough,
Chat, what do you
Fran,
think?
maybe two.
Watts.
Could be
You
Watts.
know. Briar's super silent, while Watts is all of a sudden super
See, I was
talkative.
silent because I was trying to deduce information.
It's called projection.
Well, you
So
didn't.
I'm gonna say it's
I was like, you
Watts.
didn't buy your own gift, Hefty. That would be weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Watts. I think it's Watts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Fran.
All right.
Hope you know who it is. You assigned the secret.
What type of beer are you drinking right now?
Hope was the one who set it up.
He's drinking the stout, isn't he?
Can the
Oh,
gifter
man.
please step forward?
That's for me right there.
It's Pope.
Oh, it was Pope. You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Good
okay.
dick joke from Pope. I enjoy it.
It really does, actually. Yeah. Now that now that
I
it's
stress
together,
relieving.
stress. You know, how many? This is like 7 consoles worth of destroyed consoles.
I want you to let's fill the frame with that eggplant. Let's get a
Okay.
nice close up.
Yes.
Can we
Good.
get it?
It's going to be
Good
on the
idea.
other camera, by
Is
the
it
way.
gonna focus?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
gotta
got
look
the
up.
All right, I gotta look
A6400
at
with the
the
crispy focusing
stream.
technology now.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
wow.
the 6400.
Look at
How
look
you
at that
part of
feel. I just haven't rearranged my setup
Oh,
yet.
look at that.
That's
Oh,
pretty
look at
good. Look at
Mhm.
that. I love
The
it.
top is being green screen because I haven't gotten rid of my green screen.
that.
yet.
Could be an emote right there.
This looks really good. I mean,
Someone
I already have one.
Yeah.
I do want to give
I'm-
credit to Pope for trying to play along, and like everybody's acting like they don't know, so we keep it up. But he forgot. He told everybody. Damn it! That wrote me off immediately.
Yeah, right.
Or was it a double bluff? We don't know. We don't know.
Oh,
You
the
could-
double
you could.
bluff.
The double
Yeah.
bluff.
You
The
could.
double.
All right. Watts, you're up next.
Me? Okay. So there's 2 packages, like with Tefty. There's one that's pretty big, but the other one is
Ginormous.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow.
So some hefty.
There's a little rattle to that big one.
Yeah.
Give
Can
that
you
a
get
shake.
a shake?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little rattle. Okay.
A little bit of a rattle.
Is it bad that I forgot
rules
who
out-
I?
This
I,
feels like a
there's a rattle.
book.
I forgot who
What
I
if we all
assigned.
just bought each other an eggplant? That would have been great.
Eggplant theme.
Maybe we should theme these. Yeah. Maybe next year we should
eggplant
theme it.
That would actually be really funny. A theme would be great. Okay. More wrapping.
I forgot who I assigned to
Sponsored
who,
by
so this-
Amazon, obviously.
Amazon
Sponsored
wrapping.
by
Yes.
Well, we are on Twitch, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true.
Good branding.
This cross promote right here.
What's this?
Cats on cat.
cats on catnip.
Oh man.
So
It's like
it
a-
is a.
Photo
Like a
coffee
random
table
page.
book. Yeah.
I mean, this looks like Tefty's brother.
Maybe my brother shot those photographs.
So it's pictures of cats high on catnip. I love
That's
this.
pretty good.
Oh,
I like
oh my
it.
God.
Look at
this
that. Holy
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
oh my god.
That cat is getting into it.
He's raging right now. He's like he's in the moment.
Boy, I'm confused. This seems like a thoughtful gift, but
This-
we already did Ash.
Huh.
Ah, man.
Look at
Look at
this.
that.
What is wrong with that cat?
He is
Cat's
stoned
high
out
on
of his
catnip.
I love the
mind.
tongue action.
This is amazing. This is great. I really like this. I'm gonna go through all of this. This is great. If you're having a bad time, you just go to your
Cats on
Cats on
Catnip.
Catnip book.
Yeah, go check out some high
So you have
cats.
a second.
It's like high times for cats.
Okay. Next gift. This box was actually with them both together. It was kind of heavy, so I was like, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Bella's currently not on catnip.
Yeah, clearly.
When was her last time having a hit of the catnip?
Not too long ago. I can't get it out. Ugh. I can't get it out.
Uh-oh.
That's a
Uh-oh.
It's really big. I don't know how they got it in. I
Girthy.
can't get... Okay, hold on. This is fine. I can't get it out.
We need Tomo to call an assist.
Oh wait, there we go.
Hold
there we go,
one
there we
side
go.
of the bag.
I got it. Okay. Next one is
Bunny
Bunny
Jam.
Bunny
Jam.
jams.
Bunny Jam.
What is Bunny Jam?
Bunny
Jam?
jams. Oh
Hmm.
man.
This is the best
Oh, I
mixtape
need-
of all time.
This is the game that we thought
50
we saw,
volumes of LPs. Bunny
but-
Jam.
Okay, open this one with a knife. Tomo, can you get a knife? Can you get a knife? Yes, please. Yeah, I'm gonna need a knife to cut this. I think it's jam. Does it say jammies?
Hey, Watts.
feel like it says
Tomo.
jammies.
Tomo said in chat that he goes out for Christmas, so we're adding him to the gift giving next year.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
That means somebody's
That'll
getting
be fun.
Yeezys.
Yeah, he already said in the chat. He's like, I only
And guess who selects who
That's
gets
what
who?
I got for Christmas.
Pope, assign him to me.
Mm-mm. I'll take bribery as to who wants to be assigned to Tomo.
Oh my god. So many snacks.
Some snack.
Oh
It
my
is like
gosh.
the snack box.
It
So we've
is-
got some of this.
Pops?
Wait, is
Okay.
that chocolate covered cheese?
Yes,
Bean
dairy
chips.
Oh
free,
my God.
dairy free cheddar flavor. Look at that.
Wow.
It's
How do you
Dairy
dairy
free.
free? That was very
Yeah,
tough to
it's
prove.
all-
This.
Yeah, that seems that seems very tough to
Very.
gluten free.
Oh,
Is
it's
there a road? Is there a road?
That's it
Gluten-free.
right there. He just
Gluten free.
he just called himself out
Gluten-free.
right there. Yeah, it's a Tefty Goals thing.
There's just loads in here. There's so much.
Oh man, that looks
Love it.
great.
It's all vegan and gluten free.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So this is like two very thoughtful gifts. I have these. I bought these.
He's
They're
ratted
good.
himself out.
Seriously,
Tell Taft
it
that
keeps
you
going.
have those already?
Oh
Wow.
my god, that's
There
a
is
lot
a
of candy.
There's
There's
a lot of
lot
snacks
of
for you.
candy in here.
Wow.
There's a lot. Wow. Okay.
Let's see a couple more.
Okay.
Oh, those are
here's-
good, by the
cookie?
way.
Complete
Yeah,
cookie.
they're protein
Oh, I
cookies.
just got one of those.
They're good.
That's vegan?
Like they're not too much sugar, and
Chia
they have a lot of
sweet.
protein.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is there an eggplant in there?
Is it?
I don't think there might be.
Yeah.
The way this is going, there's probably something eggplant flavored.
Toast of pastry.
Oh wow. Okay. That's awesome.
That's wow.
All right.
Holy crap.
So
There's
now
so
we got
many
it. Now we got
This
it.
is,
All right,
this
we
is
gotta guess
thoughtful
that.
all around.
Yeah,
This has got to be.
You guys are gonna make me look bad.
It's got to be.
I'm gonna go with Fran because he lives in San Francisco, so he's aware of these
They're
treats.
delicious, by the way.
Aware of these treats. I'm the alcohol professional. We've already decided
True.
on that.
Okay.
Could be. Fran,
I'm gonna
too.
go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Tefty.
I'm gonna go Fran.
I'm thinking it's Tefty, the gluten-free stuff. I mean,
Just because I'm gluten free?
yeah.
Gonna reveal, or did he forget who did what?
I forgot. I
Who's
swear,
in
I
chat?
don't even remember.
Who
I'm-
in
I'm-
chat? Chat needs to give a quick time.
There's been a lot of like Fran and Tefs
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, this is no way, Briar. There's no way that this is
It's no way it's
gift
No,
is Briar.
it's definitely not
there's-
Brian.
Would
Not
never
enough
give
alcohol.
somebody.
There's
Not even
there's
on
no,
my radar. The
There's
Bunny
no like
Jams
naked
thing might have been a
pictures of him on a
misdirect.
pillow.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
like, oh, bunny.
Mhm.
Bunnies. I'll buy some bunnies.
Although it is, what was it called? The service again? Bunny.
It's bunny jams or bunny.
I mean, he's
jams.
Briar
Mhm.
Rabbit.
He is Briar Rabbit. Yeah,
So,
I'm sticking.
okay.
I'm sticking with my first guess.
That was a misdirect.
Who was your first guess?
It's Fran. It's 100% Fran.
Tefty.
Okay.
All right.
One squeeze of the eggplant.
It was.
It was
Definitely.
It was me.
Once it was gluten free.
I will.
Gluten-free.
We're
We're all
it,
still
though.
acting and
This
playing
is
the part,
so
love it.
good. This is
Dude,
the happy
catnip
book right
is
here.
awesome.
Yeah,
This
the cat
is so
book
good.
is.
And it tells you their name and how
Mhm.
old they are.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's really
It's
thoughtful.
adorable.
Adorbs.
Oh,
This guy is having it. Look at this guy. He's having a great time.
Ooh,
Does
looks
it
like
have
mine.
a single photographer?
Nightmare
watch?
fuel right there.
Do you know, or is
Let's see.
It's cats on catnip,
Tefty.
man.
I normally we
alright.
normally
It's
don't
not
acknowledge
really
like
on
raids, but thanks T-Rex for the raid. Really appreciate it. Everybody who's coming in.
Yeah,
We're
man.
just this is our normal gig. We're doing a holiday special where we're giving each other some Christmas gifts and kind of answering questions from chat. We're hanging out. We're going to talk about some Destiny stuff a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh,
later.
yes, it is one person.
But
Andrew
maybe if we get to
Martilla.
it.
Mark
But we're
Taylor.
just hanging out and
Andrew
talking to
Martilla.
people in chat. So
Watts, I didn't realize that
Welcome.
there was a
Yep,
bunch of
and,
candy in there too. In the
There's so much.
There's a
That's-
lot
This
of
is a
candy.
photographer.
that's awesome.
And it said
Those are
that it's
good.
for Shira, so I feel like this cat may have passed away. Or
Aw.
we're gonna say still alive, but dedicated to Shira.
She's dedicated to the
Mhm.
catnip.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make
Mhm.
a couple quick notes, by the way. One, on the gift giving.
Yes.
Pope, I swore you said like nothing like actually thoughtful and like I thought that was part of the rules, and I'm seeing a lot of like.
Well, see, I didn't tell
By order of elimination, I don't have much hope for this gift.
Fran, I told
Did,
everybody
did you or did
else-
you not?
Okay, I may have given everybody else different instructions.
Yeah, because there's like multiple gifts, and like I'm very
What?
interested in what's going on here.
I mean, do you feel like
Listen,
gift inept or something?
my
Are you
initial
feeling like your
choice-
gift
No.
isn't going to?
My initial choice was
Mine's good.
my initial choice was gonna be a Pikachu onesie, but I got the address
Ooh.
too late, so it did not work.
Mm.
All right.
That also happened with my gift. That one's getting put in the notebook for next year.
I did have an issue with one of mine.
Watts is already eating them.
Oh, these are delicious.
And secondly, I did go get a drink. So cheers again.
Cheers.
Thank you.
need
I didn't
more
get to do it last
alcohol.
time if you just joined in, but I got some wine, which I'm drinking out of a beer glass, believe it or not. This is a beer glass.
Really?
Anyway, yeah. And on that, now I didn't open it, but one day maybe. So this is called Dark Horizon.
Ooh.
This is
Okay.
a stout that is, I don't know, it's from Nordic somewhere. But anyway, this thing's like from 2011, maybe. So just to show you
Dude,
the,
Stout's age? I didn't know that.
to give you some ideas for
for next year.
Oh, Jesus, Fran.
Expensive
I'm joking.
alcohol.
Give
Just saying, you know,
really
Ash, if you're
nice,
watching
really.
this show next year, were you to give the exact same type of gift?
All right.
This
So
is the
who's
best.
up next?
I'm eating
let's-
everything.
Let's go to Briar.
Brian's got to put the beer down.
I got the
Obviously, it gets easier as we start to eliminate.
I got that Dr. Doolittle gift basket.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a Robert Downey Jr. movie coming out on January 17th.
Really?
Dr. Dolittle.
There is. I actually want to go see that movie.
I wasn't aware of it until an advertisement showed up at my front door.
He's no longer Iron Man. He is now Dr. Dolittle.
Interesting. You mean he didn't die in real life? What?
Wait, what is this?
It's a mug that is printed on it.
Wait, we can't see it.
Probably beer.
Probably beer.
There's another thing in the box, but the mug is pretty dope. Is it a one of those like
Put that next
the
to
aluminum,
mic.
or is it ceramic?
Probably.
Probably.
Love the autofocus that's happening.
that is pretty good. From the Swag Brewery, hand wash only, do not microwave. Please include in.
Who the heck?
I think it's
Don't
metal.
microwave your coffee, by the way, people. I swear to God. Well, I guess if you do water for tea, but
Pretty good.
And apparently
there's two more things in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are coasters.
If it's potty humor, then it is appropriate for Briar. Yeah. What does that say?
It says, "Don't fuck up the table."
Yeah.
Those are definitely going in the living room.
All right.
Appropriate.
living room with his kids.
Oh, this is cool. This is 2 beer chiller sticks.
Wow.
And a pocket bottle opener.
A beer chiller stick?
What is that?
How does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suppose that you put the chiller stick, which looks like a metal contraption.
Yeah, it's like steel ice or metal ice cubes if you've ever used them.
Oh,
Yeah, you put it in the freezer and then you drop it in your beer, and it keeps your beer cold without watering it down like ice.
Nice. That's great.
Pretty
It's a
cool.
200 IQ present right
Wow.
there.
That is pretty high.
I mean,
And it's like a credit card sized bottle opener, which I could have used 5 beers ago.
Wait, how have you been opening your beer?
Nice.
oh, so that fits in your
His
credit
teeth.
card, like in your wallet.
Yeah.
I've been using the back of these scissors, actually.
Oh my God.
Good God, Briar.
This looks like it's got like a little saw blade on it, a beer opener,
Got multiple options, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the saw
MacGyver.
blade, would be for
Like
taking the
someone
foil,
a little
taking the
ruler.
foil off.
Mm-hmm.
This is handy. This goes in
It's
the
a very
wall for sure.
thoughtful
Yeah.
gift,
It
actually.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Very thoughtful, friend.
Based on Fran's high opinion of the gift, I'm also pretty convinced it came from Fran.
Friends like, wow, this is
Feel like-
amazing. Wow, so thoughtful.
It's not anything anybody gave me. but If you were that thoughtful. I still don't know what I got yet, to be clear. Mine's in
This is
the brown
pretty cool.
box. I hope,
Okay.
again, it's the actual gift.
All right.
personal delivery.
I'm going for
okay.
it.
So
Just Fran
it's
all
got
over it.
Fran. Yeah.
I think it's Fran.
He complimented it way too much.
Since I can't guess myself, I'm actually going to go with Pope.
Pope got me already.
Fran, it doesn't work, man. I already admitted to taking
That's how
to
good
doing
of an
somebody
actor I
else.
am. Well,
So
then,
you just rotted yourself out with misinformation. Damn it, Fran.
trust me, I'm keeping chat very confused at this point.
Yes,
Trust me.
yes. They're
Oh,
wondering.
You're doing a pretty good job. They
You're
guessed me
high
for
on-
everything, which I really enjoy. That's the best gift I've gotten this Christmas.
Could be Watts. Is it just? It's. I think the only people who haven't. We don't know for sure are Watts, Fran, and I.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's either Watts
gotta
or
be.
Fran.
it's Fran.
It's Briar.
I got myself
Right.
right.
All right, give
You
Yeah.
it
gotta say it's
One job, Pope.
fantastic.
give it up.
All right. Who's the real gift giver? Yeah.
It's me.
The Watts.
Very, very good gift. Wow.
Nice.
Well played.
I
Fran.
should have known
Well
from
played.
the coaster.
The coaster. I saw that coaster and I was like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That is the most Briar set of gifts. I've
Two
ever
things threw me off. when you first opened the first one, Fran was like, as if he was confirming what he got you. And I was like, I think it's Fran.
He was playing into that hard.
But then I saw the coaster and I was like, that is clearly a callback to Watt saying, you need to put your beer on a coaster.
I stopped spilling it over the table and the expensive equipment.
Exactly.
I did not even think
that's
of that.
right. But then that could have also been a Fran gift because whose expensive equipment
was
did it fall on?
my
I
HDMI
was so
adapter.
confused.
It was.
So
it
there
was
actually was
Technically,
another.
it would have been carpet cleaner.
There was another thing that I ordered that they told me the day before it was supposed to arrive. No, the day that it was supposed to arrive. That we now don't know when it's going to get there. So it's still coming. It will arrive. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want to find out?
Yeah, you should say on the podcast.
Okay. So on the bottom of the socks, it says, if you can read this, bring me a beer.
I saw those, by the way. I saw those. It literally said, I wish I had Briar. And I'm not messing with you. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. I actually honestly really love these.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Of course.
I'm definitely putting these coasters in the living room. My wife's not going to be happy.
All right. Let's see.
I've eaten 2 things so far. Someone take them away from me.
Are they good?
Delicious.
Fran, you're up. You're up
Really
next.
Good.
I should also preface this. As I got home today, right before the podcast, a big box showed up from Seattle, and I was like, or Redmond or something, and I was like, wait, what? Because I thought I already have the gift, you know. Then I realized my Crown of Sorrows raid jacket showed up. Almost thought about unboxing that
that
and
was
being
for
like,
me.
oh my God, it's a raid jacket. Who got it for me?
Yeah, I got
So
that.
I'm going to ruin the surprise here. This is from me. And the reason I have to ruin it is because Tefty, only half the package showed up. The other package did not show up. So Tefty has an image of what the other gift is.
Okay.
Wait, what?
He's going to put it on screen.
Oh, okay. But wait, I'm the last person to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was only you to guess at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess we knew. I
Yeah, I
didn't
guess we
even
knew.
think about it. You should have let me guess those though. I honestly didn't. Okay, so holy crap. Okay, so on the box it said Corksicle, which I paid no mind to. I thought that was a fake name. Interesting. Yeah. Goodbye. Watered down. Silicone wedge form and whiskey glass included. What? Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, it's got the whiskey glass in it.
How to use. We can go over that in a second. Wait, how do I get this thing out of here? It's
Can't help you there.
oh, it's like it folds out. Okay, wait, I see. It's like the top folds. I thought it was like a push box type thing. Oh, look at this. Is a very fancy box. Like opens up. If you guys can see. Probably got like that auto face focus on.
There we go.
All right. So that was it in use. Holy cow, this thing is like nice. What's going on in here? Get out. Get out. Oh, I've seen these before. This is cool. Okay, so let me see if I can get focus on it. There you go.
Oh.
So I take it. So Briar, is that how you use this? You make ice out of one side?
You make ice cubes in the silicone thing. They're big, gigantic ice cubes. So they cool your drink.
They're big.
But they don't add a lot of water to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It literally, like, you can see it on the box in use, obviously. This is like, does that show it? Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
That
So
is
you
awesome,
chill the glass as well? Is that the wicks?
You don't have
When
to.
you're
I don't
making the
think.
ice
It's just
cube?
for the ice.
You just make a really big, kind of fancy shaped ice cube.
Yeah. Place the wedge form over the top of the glass. Pour the water through the wedge
you
form.
chill.
Freeze it. Oh no, yeah, you do
chill
put
the
them.
glass,
You
too.
chill the glass. in
You
there
do
too.
both, I guess.
Yeah.
He's right.
Which is clearly better.
That's how you make.
But
the
this is
ice.
really a 2-part gift. And Tefty, can you show
Okay,
them the second
so what's
part?
the other
Because they really
gift?
go together.
Fran,
This
you'll
is
have to
awesome.
look on the stream.
But I drink.
Bring up
Yeah,
the
bring it up
Boulevardier
now.
is my
Let's see.
favorite drink.
So it's when it catches up for you on the feed, Briar, you can describe.
Okay, so I'm watching.
Yeah,
the
so
feed.
this is, I'm waiting for the feed to show up. This is a painting of
Oh, no
your
way.
Admiral, Rear Admiral Bill Murray.
Holy
Because I
crap.
only want you drinking your finely crafted whiskey unwatered down with the best of company.
This is an actual painting.
That's
Yeah.
actually amazing.
That is so cool.
And
well, the finest painting Amazon can buy.
That painting is coming to his house right now.
I mean, if it's anything like my mouse mat, it's pretty good.
Dude, that is like, honestly, that's a really good read. Both of these are really good reads on me, so thank you. That's exactly how I'll look while it's freezing all the time in the refrigerator.
Yes.
This is amazing.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
That is so
I can't wait to
I'm sorry that it didn't arrive in time.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's on awesome. Me.
So let's recap again. So Briar with the wedge ice glass and the Bill Murray painting. That's not inspired from a movie, right? It's just
I don't know where it comes from, but when I saw it, I knew that you had to have it hang.
Yeah. Okay. And we just did Briar's, but again, you got, just for those tuning in,
I got probably beer coffee mug, the don't fuck up the table coasters, and the beer coolers and bottle opener.
All right.
I got the keep calm and squeeze eggplant, which I've been squeezing and grabbing the whole time.
Has it been working?
It has, yeah. It's been great.
You've
and
been
I got a
fantastic
stress eggplant.
And a stress ball, and I got a fantastic water canister cooler, which is I love these things because I use them all the time.
Those things are nice.
Yeah, very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very
Apparently,
much.
Apparently, that's supposed to revolutionize your water bottle container.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got so many snacks. I've eaten 2, so
she's already
I can't show
halfway
those.
through the box.
She's just like that down.
A bunch of
these snacks will be
and,
gone by the end of
and vegetarian snacks.
Bella has claimed the book.
Bella likes cats on
There is a
catnip.
cat on the Cats on Catnip book.
that.
At
Is
least she can
catception.
smell the catnip in the photos. She's like,
It's like,
and Pope, you got
Oh, I got a bunch of liquor from
a bunch of beer of the world.
beer from all over the world, just from Ash. So some.
So,
beer from
Fran, you got Ash's
Japan.
gift?
Yeah. Well,
What'd you get her?
the jig is up. Well, I know. It's like, should we show it? Like, because she's still gonna get it, but it's gonna take a little while actually. Because
She doesn't know what it
just
is.
tell
yet.
her not to watch.
Like,
She
don't you
doesn't
think we
listen
should
to the
wait?
show.
She doesn't listen to the show. Come on.
Okay, so tell her not to watch the show at
Yeah.
this part.
If your name is Ash, spoiler alert.
Mute the
so should I?
audio
If I send it to you,
can you put it in Twitter DMs?
Discord?
Online? No, put it on Twitter.
Oh,
I
Twitter
love
DMs.
this book.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
hold
book
on,
is
I'm doing it
amazing.
right now.
You know what?
Here's what I
Watts,
got.
you know what my mother gave my wife was a book similar to that, but it was
Do it
pictures
right
of
now.
dogs about to catch a snack in midair. They're all like,
That's amazing.
Okay.
And all of these food, they're so good. I kind of want to eat this, but I'm not going to eat everything now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to savor it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I
I
can
might
pull
just
it.
buy.
I
might
love
buy
the
these
probably
books.
beer mug. That's really funny.
Probably beer is really good.
You can even have
Okay.
coffee or tea in there, and people will still be
Just assume
probably beer.
he's drunk.
Okay, Ash, if you're watching or listening,
Hold
you
on.
got to tune out now.
It's given me
You gotta wait.
a web picture instead of a JPEG.
What?
Click
What's a
on it.
website?
No, I
Just
know.
put
I'm
it
trying
on
to
the
grab the
website.
picture.
Oh, dang. I could find you another one if that helps.
Can you grab a?
Oh, you know what? Here, I got the web image for you.
Okay,
I'm gonna,
yeah. Put in
send
that
it.
link.
Does that work?
Try these though.
Yes,
Okay.
I think.
I'm trying these.
Like, what kind of browser are you using?
That's just going in on her candy. That's
No,
funny.
I did a web image. Let me see if web image
It's
pulls
perfect
up.
to go with
The
the
title
alcohol.
of this podcast will be the one where Watts pukes.
That's so weird. That I can send that to you if you want.
You want to try it, Bella?
Here,
Well,
I sent
no,
you
you can try
the
it, so you can
image
smell it.
too if you want.
Yeah, it needs to be a JPEG.
So Briar, we did
That'll work.
I did ask people to respond
There
to
we go. Very nice.
a tweet through DCP of
Yeah.
some New Year's resolutions, and I thought maybe scan
Yeah.
through there, see if you saw any funny ones.
I did.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
actually pulling it up right now. There it is.
Okay.
Ash's gift is currently on stream right now, or on the screen.
All right.
Fran, if you could, for our audio listeners, describe what they are seeing.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
I was thinking about Ash, who I only know so well, but she has to portray. And first of all, on the podcast, she deals with so many people with facial hair. But she also has to draw so much. And so I sent her their beard hats, and I sent her the most amazing, like, Viking, huge beard, the best beard out of everybody, frankly. Anyone she's drawn and everybody on the podcast. Sorry, gents. Your beards are amazing. But it's a braided
beautiful.
Viking beard. So now, anytime she wants, she can, be part of that club.
She can embody the beard.
And she can be inspired and wear it. And like
she can beard up anytime now.
The best part is that she can wear this immediately. It's freaking cold.
It's cold in Austria. I actually was thinking, I was like,
perfect for the winter.
A night out on the town.
A night on the town.
A night on the town with your beard.
For
New
sure.
Year's Eve's coming up,
So honestly, like, I'm sure she's really busy, but I'm like, I kind of want to see Ash.
Did that cost a lot for shifting? It looks like it weighs a lot.
It it was tricky for sure. That's why it takes a while, but anyway, I hope she does a self-portrait of this someday.
Yes, I would like to see that as well.
Anyway,
it definitely needs to be included in next year's poster for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very thoughtful of you.
That was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very thoughtful. So we've got a couple more things to talk about. One is we're gonna attempt to set some New Year's resolutions for ourselves, and so think about that. And we're not going to be using this video as this stream as any sort of evidence of said New Year's resolution. But it doesn't have to be a serious one. It's something funny. But I also asked people on Twitter to share what maybe presents that they've gotten for Christmas and some New Year's resolutions that they may have. And so maybe Briar, you can start off by pulling one of those out.
Wait, and so just to be clear, are we saying on this episode we're coming up with like a resolution for after this?
No, right now, this episode.
Pope's doing a on the spot, wants you to come up with a resolution for the show right now.
Yeah. And you're going to be held accountable for it. No print time.
Oh.
So
this is a classic Pope Bear right here.
Right. Otherwise, I'd get some contrived BS.
Serious?
Soy's it Blindy says, I got a few items for my car and a Tampa Bay Buccaneers hoodie. Ain't got no New Year's resolutions. I ain't keeping up with those anyway. So why bother? That was fitting as an opener.
Yeah.
Well,
Fatal Siren said, this year I got a unicorn onesie. It's glorious. It sounds glorious, to be honest.
That sounds amazing.
Unicorn onesie.
Oldest.
That's what Pope needed to go along with his unicorn.
It's funny.
Last year
I saw that out there. Oh, you did get that?
Oh, last year Watts gave me
the unicorn mug.
So where's a unicorn mug? But then also
where's Sparkles?
Sparkle?
Yeah.
Oh, he's right here.
We need
he never goes very far.
I'll be right back.
I've never seen Sparkles.
Sparkle.
Siren.
Oh, Siren farts. I saw that as well. I saw.
Fatal Siren goes on. Our oldest for a bunch of clothes. Baby got a giant panda in learning stuff. Hubby got 144 hertz monitor. She gave her husband the gift of unlimited frames.
That is an expensive monitor.
That's nice.
Good
Good
job.
gift.
That is
That is a pretty good gift.
That makes me think. Have you guys ever seen the Squatty Potty commercials?
Yes.
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 Wouldn't it be cool
actually
if they sold
put a stool under my toilet to imitate the Squatty Potty? No. I guess it is, but it wasn't supposed to be. But it actually works. It's a wonderful way to defecate.
Yeah. But I was thinking they should sell that unicorn.
Are you ready?
That would be awesome.
As a Squatty Potty?
Are you ready, Fran, for the in-person?
Oh yeah.
So this is the Sparkle
farts?
That was my gift from last year. What's there? He never goes very.
Oh, he has tacos.
Away.
He's also holding tacos.
He's
traditional
tacos.
Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah, Pope's favorite Christmas meal.
Yes.
No, don't squeeze me. I'll fart. See, that's why they call me Sparkle Farts.
Farts.
And
I like
it's
that
not
he
the
has
only
that.
things.
By the way, that toy has the exact voice of the white glove moment. Like that's the voice that I always
The
think
fairy
of.
princess was right. I should not steal from the royal taco pet.
From the Royal Taco Bell?
Talking
The Royal Taco Patch. Oh, he's farting.
Hey, you want to see how rainbows are made? That's not good. I think I just doodled in the enchanted forest.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
pretty good.
Very exaggerated farting. In my
that's
opinion.
sparkle fart.
Not if you're a unicorn.
That's some aggressive
Not if
fart.
you're a unicorn.
That's how unicorns fart.
That's how they
my.
Some more community stuff. Hugo Rune said, I got these beauties. He shows a picture of emergency questions, 3 books of emergency questions. And he says, now I have plenty of questions for DCP to last through all of 2020.
Okay.
Seriously.
And then he lists one of them.
Oh,
if
boy.
one
Okay.
of your Christmas dinner vegetables had to come alive and go on some zany adventures, which vegetable would it be?
Ooh,
What
these
would
are
it
good
be
questions.
called? And tell us some of its adventures.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Okay.
No.
Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
And his name will be Brussel. It's like Russell, but it's Brussel.
Russell the Brussel.
I like it. Russell the Brussel. No,
Russell
Brussel
the Brussel.
Russell the Russell.
Yeah, it's
Russell
really
the
just
Brussels.
Brussel the Brussel.
Russell
It's
the
Brussel the
Brussels,
Brussels
Brussels
sprout.
sprouts adventure.
I love it. I love it. That's a good
Sprout
answer.
venture.
Mine would be string beans, right? So string beans, you know,
Okay.
they're and
Very
is it,
lanky.
you know, it would be a spaghetti western, right?
Okay.
Where
Okay.
he is shot in that style where he's the sheriff in town. His name is Slim, and
But everyone
he-
makes fun of him because he's skinny.
right. But he's really good for you, you know. But people make fun of him because they're saying, well, you're not good enough because you're not, you're tasty and delicious and you're good for me, right? But then he always defends and makes the.
I'm gonna go with a uncooked baby carrot, and the whole movie is shot scene for scene as a remake of Rambo 2, where the baby carrot is Rambo, and if he is captured by the bad guys, he will become a cooked carrot, which is, of course, the worst thing you could do to a carrot.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
I like
Very
this.
good.
I like this.
Very
That was
good.
good.
I like
That was
I
good.
like that. Yeah.
All right, I like that.
I'm gonna go
Sorry.
with an eggplant, and I don't think I'm at liberty to say what the adventure is on the podcast.
Oh wow. Look at TOS.
Excellent. It's
Well
at
done,
least
well
it's gonna be on a
Good.
pay-per-view or like a different website. maybe.
Patreon. It's on Patreon.
It's on Patreon.
Our Patreon specifically.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a butternut squash,
Okay.
and it's about a butternut squash who's coming to grips with like who it is because like how it's shaped. It's kind of
making a
elongated,
chick
little like
flick?
fat on the bottom. Yeah, it
Whoa,
doesn't like.
is this a chick flick or is it like
This is
a
a chick flick.
No, it's a coming
Brand's
of
making a chick
age type
flick.
thing.
Coming
And so it's trying to figure out like what it wants to be, but it also it's
coming
like
of age
partially it realizes like actually
it's like a Hallmark
amazing
Hallmark
it,
style. Uh-huh.
like it can be so many things. And actually it's powerful, and that's as far as I got with it. I wanted to do something with the squash. I feel like it was a superhero moment in there with the onomatopoeia, like squash. As far as I got,
Not the nut part.
but it dreams about all the things it can do. That's what it is. And you see these dreams, like the spaghetti western. It actually has one because you can have squash spaghetti, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
spread its butternut. Got it.
It's gonna spread the nut.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That was Tef's.
I think we just got a title.
spread the nut. What?
Nope. Corrected. Now we have a title.
All right.
Spread the nut too. The
Anybody,
nutting.
did we get everybody? Corey Garber says, I got love and friendship for Christmas. That's pretty good.
Nice, Corey.
That's excellent.
And he wants, what did Breyer get his kids for Christmas? Anything Destiny related? I did, and I have a bone to pick because the Bungie store is fucking slow as shit about sending
It is
stuff out,
slow.
so it
They
didn't
are
come in
very
time
slow.
for Christmas.
Ooh. it is
Oh wow,
very
what'd you
slow.
get?
Well, burn on the Destiny store or the Bungie store. I actually ordered, that they made a Jade Rabbit figurine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing's.
I
cute.
ordered that thing in like October.
Oh.
Really?
It's a very popular store, Brian.
Yeah, but there are
I said
slow.
October, Fran.
I've had stuff show up.
I
6
know, I
months.
just got my Crown of Sorrow jacket.
I've had stuff show up 6 months later that is not.
Yeah,
jacket-related or
you
anything
can't,
like
it's hard to get mad at them because the fits go to charity.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
Plus the quality's good.
I said October.
Still, it's going to charity. I get it.
October.
October. You're right, Brian.
Gerald Gay said, I got me a Google Stadia for Christmas and love it a lot. I don't have to update drivers in instant gaming. Tell Briar Rabbit Tower is definitely getting larger on Google Stadia.
So that's 3 people? Briar,
Yeah, that's good.
Google Stadia
Check it
CEO,
out.
and Gerald?
I actually got an Xbox One for Christmas. Oh, Xbox One X for Christmas.
X. Oh, beautiful.
For down in the living room. I actually prefer playing Destiny on Stadia than I do on the Xbox.
Really?
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
It's 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. But really?
Really.
So you're saying this
Okay.
experience is better?
To me, it is. I mean, 30 frames per second compared to 60. I mean,
How many beers?
the resolution
do you normally
isn't
have
as
by
high.
that point?
No, Briar, you sound like an elitist, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I mean,
One time
That-
on this podcast, I said I was bummed because there's no new PC equipment to buy in September. I got so much shit in the comments.
Really? Wow.
there's always new PC stuff to buy. You make a good point. That is the one compelling reason to play it, above
Google
all.
Stadia,
But
60
it is
frames per
60
second,
FPS
Destiny
and
2 on a
you don't
TV.
need- Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's no lag, I mean, that's the promise. That's exciting.
Yeah. Well, I got mine wired in.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
It works
I
pretty
gotta,
good.
I got to give it another go.
Veritas Otis 52 says,
Veritas.
what was your favorite game of the decade?
Oh,
Decade!
I'm going to go.
I need a list.
Decade?
I'm going to go with
Probably
Doki
God of
Doki
War.
Literature Club.
You know what? It's not a bad choice.
Because
I still have to play that on stream.
my reasoning
Promise
is
I'll
because
play it.
it like completely flipped what I thought I was playing and became an advertisement for a game that I cannot wait to actually play in the future. And I was like, yes, this is incredible.
Yeah, it's a game that it just took off, right? It took over the internet. Everyone was talking about it. And it was this free game that you could just download on Steam that kind of became this massive thing with conspiracy videos from some of the biggest YouTubers. And yeah, Doki has a really cool story this year.
One of the goals for our charity stream this year was that I would play that on stream. And because I'm not a total asshole like Holtzman, I would back on a promise for charity.
So
Briar.
Briar to announce when his Doki Doki Literature Club stream is happening.
As soon as my back is healed, I will stream Doki Doki.
Perfect.
Hey, so when are we, in that vein, when are we doing our Mario Party stream?
Is that a possible thing?
Next
Can that
decade.
happen?
Yeah, I think so. Is it?
We can,
It's
we can
online?
play that remotely?
We can can we do a co-stream?
I'm not sure.
If it's possible, we're gonna do it. If it's not, we're gonna do it at we'll do it at Guardian Con.
Gaming community.
Super
What is
Mario
it called?
Party. There's
Gaming
Super Mario
Community Expo?
Party.
Is there online multiplayer in that?
I
Or
think
is it
so.
only
I
couch?
think Super Mario Party has it. Yeah.
Favorite
If
game of the
not-
decade. I want to hear everybody's
if not,
answer.
we'll at least do Overcooked 2 together.
Yes.
Okay.
That's just as silly. Maybe more
Yes.
frantic, which is what I'm in for. The frantic mode.
Yeah, we love those. I think
Lovely.
it is. I don't know. It says
Brandon,
that
what's
it's
your
online.
game of the decade?
Yeah, I mean, my first reaction was God of War, just because it really blew me away. Because I doubted it too. Because going.
How
from
could you
what it
not
was-
doubt it?
Yeah, sure, exactly. Going from what it was to totally reinventing it when Kratos has just been so over, I like God of War.
Oversaturation?
Well, no, I was just gonna say it's so exaggerated as a character, and it became all about as extreme and gory and almost douchebaggy as possible. In some ways, he's the God of War. He kills everything.
ultimate
He's really mad.
meathead.
And he has lots of sex. And all right, I get it. But anyway, so I doubted it so much, and then just from the first frame to the the last, it does so much for the genre and for what it is as a PlayStation exclusive too. It's it's amazing what they're doing as a studio, for PlayStation. It just blows me away. So yeah, pretty much God of War. Breath of the Wild was sort of that close second for me, I think, which was the same thing. I was like, I don't know, man. Nintendo they haven't reinvented Zelda in a while, and so it was the same kind of doubts. But man, Breath of the Wild.
Well, I guess for me, it's got to be Destiny. I know that sounds for a different reason than you guys are listening. For me, the reason why
you did get your check before.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
we didn't
haven't got my
check cleared.
I haven't got my Bungie check yet.
Right.
I need it. My credit card bill is off the charts from Christmas.
So prior to the game of the decade for me, the reason why, because it seems like I'm looking at it from a different metric. So my life totally different before this game. So I started Dads of Destiny on the Bungie forums to just play with other dads that, and then now I'm where I'm at now. And the time that it's spanned of me playing this game, and the friends that I've made, and the opportunities that it's provided for me, and the things that it has, kind of the path that I've gone along with it. No other game it would be my game of my lifetime. So no other game has created that for me like Destiny. So it's as far as like mechanics and other things, I don't really like to play a whole lot of other games. I only have the time to focus on 1 or 2 games at a time. And, this is it. So I love
good reason.
Yeah, I think there's a couple like obvious ones. Destiny, of course, like Destiny's changed all of our lives. We know each other because of Destiny. Like that's a huge thing.
So also worst game of my life.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
All the things you would have accomplished.
Sekiro was my game of the year, so like I don't want to just pick that again. So I think I'll go Sekiro, yeah.
Nice.
But I think I'll go with Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice, because it's a game that I really came away from being it stuck with me, right? I was thinking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks after finishing the game. So when I tend to think of like, what was that something that really stood out to me, that captured me, that really changed how I thought about stuff, Hellblade definitely did that.
If you haven't played it, if somebody hasn't played it, what's like summarize it. Like what's the...
So what the game aims to do is to help you get an understanding of mental illness. So Senua is she's hearing voices and she's seeing like patterns in the world that aren't actually there. So the game aims to try and get you to live that and understand how that feels. And the way that they do it is just phenomenal. The way that they recorded all of the audio is they had actors like going around the microphone and screaming everything, and it's phenomenally acted. The story is incredibly interesting. The combat I really enjoyed, even though the focus isn't on combat. I did enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And the world is just really interesting as well. But just stepping away from it and watching the documentary of how Hellblade was made and what they were wanting to do and how they researched mental illness and wanted to show it in a way that was respectful and not, trying to be like, mental illness is cool. They wanted to really show like, this is what it's like, and it's serious. And yeah, Hellblade is something that stuck with me.
Nice.
It's an outstanding video.
What did you think of at the Game Awards announced second Hellblade, right?
Yes.
I haven't played the first one, so why were people?
It's not a long game.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
It's really short.
Pretty quick. Yeah.
Play it with headphones though. If you do, wherever you play it, make sure you play it with headphones because you get like the voices all around. So headphones is
it's an incredible game.
Mm-hmm.
Really is.
That new trailer for the new one too.
Yeah, it looks amazing, right?
That one, that new trailer, like, why did that So it resonated with me probably differently than you, in the sense that it was creepy as.
Super intense, super serious,
super intense. So how does that?
It also looked amazing,
right? Yeah. But how does that translate into like the story arc? Why? How would that fit into a game about mental illness? Is that like, I don't know. Are these scenes that like you think that she's the main character, the protagonist, is experiencing in her head, or is that?
Well, it definitely looks like she's going with the rage, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see what the story is.
So well done,
for sure.
Also.
Yeah.
Before we move on, now that I've actually given it some time to think about like the whole decade of gaming, and Bloodborne is an amazing experience, and it's action RPG type of stuff, and it's not for everybody. But if you do get into what the game is giving you as an experience, it is a beautifully crafted masterpiece. Like that,
I would
that's
say
my favorite From Software game by a long shot.
Yeah,
I would say it's not even like game of the decade. It's like probably best game ever.
It's tough
One of
to
them.
qualify
Like,
masterpieces.
Like it is. It's like if you look back and you're like, what are the masterpieces of gaming that's come out that changed the way games are made? And I think, you know how we're seeing a lot of games go with a more dark styles combat system now? I think Bloodborne kind of really put that in motion. So
that's next on my list.
Yeah, also sometimes like just the score I'll load up on Spotify, or the first track that plays when you load up the main menu. The ambience, the art direction, but also the music
style of that game,
is so incredible in Bloodborne. It is a masterpiece. So
it is a masterpiece.
If you haven't played it yet, you're lucky, because you get to experience something for the first time like that.
It doesn't run at 60 frames.
It doesn't run at 60 frames.
Fran, there has been like games that have been announced that were previously PS4 exclusives for PC.
Sure.
And I think like should be a campaign across the internet to make Bloodborne one of those games.
Definitely.
Oh man.
I mean,
oh my god.
Well, when did it come out?
Because 2016, 2017.
It's like those.
Yeah, it's like 15.
It's like those Kenner toys, man. Like it depends on how much Sony's
There's been so many good games. The Last of Us.
I mean, Skyrim. You know
Skyrim,
how I spent.
Tefty played Witcher 3. I mean, Witcher. Right.
The opening.
Witcher 3 is mine.
Oh,
really?
The Witcher 3 is without a doubt my game of the decade.
Yeah.
I put 129 hours into that game on my first playthrough, and after watching the Witcher series, I'm about to load it up with mods and start another playthrough. I love that game. The side quests are better than the main stories of, most of the games I play. Right? It's like the side quests can take, a few hours, but they're so in depth and they're so personal to the characters. The writing is phenomenal. The world building is phenomenal. Like everything about it, like, graphically, I think it looks great. Like I remember reading a story about how, they had to generate like a lot of that world. And at one point they were going through the kind of the first area you spawn in. It's kind of like this war-torn area. And they realized there's too much food in the world. So they had to go through each individual house that you kind of run across in the forest and delete the food off of the tables, because there shouldn't be so much food. It's like this war-torn area where, people are starving to death. Like that's how detailed it is. The butcher quest, the DLC, like it was without a doubt the best storytelling I've ever seen in a video game, and I fucking adore it.
Do you think they're going to do a good job with the Netflix series?
Seems
I already watched it. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, it's over, right? That's already over.
I think
I haven't seen any.
The first season, all the episodes are out. I think, right?
Totally. It's a little weird, and having Henry Cavill, I wasn't 100% on board before seeing him with having him play The Witcher, but he actually does a pretty good job. I thought, it's different than The Witcher from The Witcher 3, from the video games.
Well, it's adapted from the books.
But he does a pretty good job.
Does that play into
it? But after spending so many hours with like your Witcher, right? It's hard to get used to like a different face on the same person.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I thought he did a good job.
It's so knowing that it means that much to you, you still think you think it's a good show. All right, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it.
It's good. It doesn't take itself too seriously, so you can kind of have fun watching it. The only big problem I had was with the timeline. They do weird stuff with the timeline in the series that
they say it gets confusing towards the end or something.
Well, you don't really know what's going on, and you kind of figure it out what they're doing in like episode 4 or 5. And you're like, oh, okay, that's weird. Why did you do that? But I enjoyed it.
I've seen a couple of the fight sequences, clips online. People are tagging some of the sword fight sequence, and that alone would get me to watch it for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay attention.
It's a good show. It's not Game of Thrones. Don't go in there looking for Game of Thrones.
No. Right now, I mean, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, so I barely got through the Mandalorian before I got to go to bed or the baby's.
That last episode of Mandalorian was good though. Did you guys watch that?
When that one guy died and then everybody else blew up
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I was actually that was episode 7. After episode 6 with the bounty hunters, I was I might turn the show off. Like this show is actually getting kind of bad.
And then Deborah Chow comes in again and directs the second best episode of the show.
I would agree. I 100% agree, Watts.
Thank you, Deborah. We love you.
Literally on the verge of like, I'm not into the show anymore.
Really?
It's been up and down, I think.
Yeah.
But there's I think one more episode tomorrow, right?
Fran, what's your game of the decade?
Now. Oh no, I already said God of War, remember?
Oh yeah, you did. Pope.
Yeah. Did we get everybody?
Did everybody go? I think everybody went.
Yeah, I think everybody went. I mean, there's a whole lot of games. Here's the funny thing is though, like I played Last of Us, and I've never had a single game impact me like as much as or open my eyes to what video games, the stories that video games could tell, like Last of Us did. I've never jumped at the screen and had such an emotional response to a game in ever. So I'm really up to trying different games. I don't have an incredible amount of time, but I put in the time to figure and play that game, and I realized about a third of the way through that this was a special experience for me. And so I really slowed it down and I just played purposefully, and because I usually try to rush through games, get through the level or whatever. But that was fun. That was a really fun game to play.
Last of Us 2 is coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited.
April, I think.
I felt like God of War did.
Oh my God,
for me with the story, with how they were telling
the story of God of War.
Yeah, it was just beautifully crafted.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, there's so many. We're in a time where I think that we're seeing. I feel like we're seeing now the video game industry, some of the storytellers in the video game industry, like being, inputting and bringing back into the mass media, right? It's like the effect has happened the other way, right? It used to be that, mainstream or whatever would influence video game mainstream, and in a way that we've never seen before, and that's happened this decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's crazy. It's great. It's great. I think we're going to see, especially with the next set of consoles, opening up developers to create more impressive games for PC and for these consoles. It's going to be amazing what they come up with, man.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Let's hope they do it at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
It's going to be something else that's
largely a mandate.
It would be impossible. I think we kind of are forced to narrow it down to one game, but there's just a good handful of them who maybe personally be impactful.
Yeah, I think as you broaden it, there's a lot. Like you mentioned Skyrim and
there's
Last of
loads.
Us,
Horizon Zero Dawn,
influential,
Horizon Zero Dawn,
high-end experiences. Like that's over 10 years. Gaming changes actually pretty fast when you think about it, because we went from 360 to Xbox One and so on in that time.
That's true. If you looked at like a list of all the games that came out in the last 10 years.
When did Halo 3 come out? Wasn't it 2000?
2000 something, yeah.
Yeah, Halo 3 was
exactly.
Holy crap! If I still don't think I've reached. Add Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 together, and I still don't think I've reached played of Halo 3. Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that's it. Any New Year's resolution?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll try to be like 2 minutes earlier than normal.
I like it.
That's really putting it out there. Wow.
It's 12. Maybe I can achieve it.
No, that's going to impact. Yeah. That's going to impact a lot.
Huge. That's going to be great.
It's going to impact a lot. Tev's rethinking his whole pipeline of how we get from A to Z. Yeah, I definitely did not think ahead on this one. It's
no.
It's for the show.
Oh, for sure, for the
I
show.
got my list of questions. That's just one of them. But...
Yeah.
Okay.
Fran's gonna be 2% less frantic.
I don't want that.
That's not a resolution.
Frantic Fran.
Hashtag not my Fran.
Honestly, I kind of want to be Frankie 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to go 2 times, but what's it going to take? I'm FM3 on Twitch. What's it going to take to be 3 times?
Well,
the
that
3
third
time. Because we already got the 2 time. It's the doc. Well,
I think if we play Overcooked, maybe you'll reach the 3 times.
Okay. Well,
because when you drop
we
the
need to
burger
get you
3 times, Hefty will be like, there it is. There's Frankie.
We need to get you to Frankie 3 times. That's right.
Exactly. And then, because I'm FM3_, I can just change it to the X at the end instead. And it all makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect.
Synergy.
FM3X,
Yeah.
I dig it.
Anybody else?
You gotta go, man. I tried.
I'm gonna try to grow 2% more beard next year.
Ooh,
that's a low
2%.
2% of what you already have.
That's not
much.
much.
Isn't that normal hair growth?
Is it?
That's like less than.
Yeah, isn't that like just normal hair growth?
I mean,
do you feel you're at the max length of your beard?
I don't know. I haven't tried to.
Yeah,
I can honestly say that my hair grows so freaking fast.
Jeff doesn't measure his beard. Okay.
I was gonna try.
He just is big. I don't know. I think I'll. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to get us more. And this is interesting. This is interesting.
We'll be the judge of that.
I want to get us more like of the sponsored like stream opportunities as a producer of the show. But
Pope is going to make us rich. New Year's resolution. Pope makes DCP millionaires.
Also, that is my New Year's resolution. I would like to be rich.
Yeah, so, but not for the reasons you guys just. More because it's absolutely fucking hilarious and always entertaining for me. Like I'm a fan of us, of you guys streaming together more than anything. So for me,
my beer opener once.
It's entertaining to watch you guys play together, and if I can create more opportunities for that to happen, that's.
I like
that Battlefront stream was fucking fun, man.
That was a lot
of fun. It was really fun.
I've
thought about that many times.
I did the highlights of that video, and I was drinking coffee. You know, I was alone in the office. I was kind of in a bad mood because my back hurt, and I had to sit on a chair editing a video. And Watts goes, Obi-Wan is a bitch. And I snorted coffee out of my nose onto my mouse pad. And that kind of just improved the rest of my day.
I looked at the comments. I looked at the comments in the video. And when I said I gave somebody the old choke and go when I was who I can't remember who I was, but I gave somebody the choke and go, and they commented in the comments are like, "Yo, you gave me the choke and go," and I looked and it was the same username.
Yeah, out to like
what?
Oh man,
that is so
the old choke and go.
Let's hope Obi-Wan wasn't watching, because
well, you guys were the dark side and really were raging.
I was Darth Maul. That's what it was. My bad. I was Darth Maul, and I gave him the choke and go.
I mean,
I think
I've never been
what that stream did, Pope, was it gave us a reason to go play Battlefront, which I don't think would have occurred to us if you hadn't given us a opportunity to go do that.
Yep.
And it was really fun. Like I'm glad we did that.
Fun.
Yeah.
That is
also a lot of
fun. And what you guys played
amazing.
I love watching like the interaction factor. I'm gonna try to be on the next one, and not like in streaming and playing with you guys, but commentating, being in the Discord.
Yeah.
And try to comment and run chat. That's going to be something that's going to be
antagonize. You mean? Is that the word?
Well, I wouldn't say antagonize.
I would.
Definitely.
I think that's a fair assessment, Fran.
Okay, it's fair. It's a fair assessment. Yeah. But yeah, this is to another great year, and to I can't believe we've been doing this together.
Yeah.
Like
What did Watts say? 12 years now. It's been an amazing ride. 12 years.
15 years.
12 years
Crazy.
DCP.
12 years.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like we went from I don't know. It was all over the place. I think now that we're far enough away from it, I'd like to personally thank Planet Destiny for bringing us together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Without them, we wouldn't have gone off on our own and done our own thing. So
that's true.
The great times. Yeah.
The
anything else?
And
DCP
Pope, I mean,
will be playing together more in 2020.
Yeah.
We got a lot of games to play together.
That's
right.
Yeah. Looking
We're
forward to it.
going to try to make that a regular thing. Yeah. And we've got
we gotta get Eric's involved in that too.
Oh
yeah.
God, I would love that.
Yeah, Eric's is he's if that guy's not like every minute of his day planned, like so.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, man.
I don't know.
I mean, he does have like an army of people that he's starting to gather there, which is smart.
Yeah. But he is
But
just
he's a
super
great
fun to
dude.
hang out with.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I
I
He's a
really enjoyed our
nice
time
guy.
on side quest with.
Yeah. So it's obviously just to wrap the kind of the year up. We've seen a lot of phenomenal friendships and growth this year. It is without a doubt.
Except for you, Tom. Fuck you.
Yeah. Tom was why are we getting mad at Tom?
You know why, and so does Tom.
I know why. That bastard.
I'm gonna
Okay.
like I know who Tom is. But...
Yep. So
Is Tom the Facebook guy? No, not Facebook. Sorry, MySpace guy.
I mean, that's true.
I just picked a name out of
Well,
it.
I
All
don't
right.
think it's that Tom.
I'm trying to thank our supporters. Briar, can you give me the opportunity to do?
Yeah, Briar.
All right. So you guys have supported us like crazy through Patreon, through watching our YouTube channel, our streams on YouTube, to watching our individual streams, subbing us on Twitch, buying merch from our merch store. All that stuff has gone to making this thing possible. And without that, I mean, without your support, we wouldn't be doing this. Well, actually, I think we would still be doing it. It'd just be, Briar and us. I think we would still be doing it even without this. But it makes it opportunities for us to do, this Guardian.
So we can do it and feed our kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're underselling it. Good save, Briar. I mean, I do.
It does make it possible for us to.
Pope's being very humble about it, but your support does mean a ton.
Absolutely.
And he's right though. I think we're also passionate that like without it, I think I get the serendipity of it. I feel like it would have happened to Pope, like no matter what.
Yeah,
and that's
for
why
sure.
we're here. But we really love your support.
Yeah,
Which is also
it is great. And so anyway, we have also been able to gather some really. Scuf Gaming has been a huge sponsor of us, not only in just providing us with an opportunity to create some revenue through sales and you guys a discount on controllers, but also with giving us opportunities for like at the use of their booth at PAX. We could not have afforded to do anything like that and to provide opportunities for you. We're also going to be teaming up with them for something really amazing and fun. I really can't wait to talk to you guys, but we've got some really great plans for the Gaming Community Expo. We're going to be working with them closely for some really fun stuff there. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of great things this coming year. Next week, we are doing a special announcement for our January New Year lineup. For the month of January, got some really great. I got some musical talent creating some.
Talent.
Wow.
Are we gonna finally get a theme song?
It's. I just
We
had
need
to go
one,
out
guys.
there and get it on our own. We have in-house musical
I keep
talent
waiting
that
for
has
you
just
guys
been
to send me samples. This never happens.
Samples.
He's completed half the song. I can't wait till you hear it.
We need samples of Briar telling Tom to go.
Yeah.
Fuck
F-
yourself.
yeah.
I need a full collection of
This is what we-
samples from everybody to
Yeah.
properly fill out the
Yeah.
kit.
So we got some great community members pitch to push out and to announce the lineup for January, and it's just going to be the same thing moving forward. great guests from the community showing up, talking, shooting the shit, and us doing this thing and playing the game we love. So thank you very much for being a part of it. And I want to personally thank you guys for, in a lot of ways, changing my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pope.
Thank you, Pope.
Yeah, thank you, Pope.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
It's always
Thanks for all the work behind the
Awesome
scenes,
here.
Pope.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
It's
it.
fun.
Yeah, I want to know what this musical thing is.
Yeah, me too.
We find out when you find out, everybody, which is
What you guys don't
It's
know is
exciting.
they find out just before. See, Fran, you wanted all the details. Right? You are the only one of this entire group
That's
that
done
wants
that.
to know any detail. If I
Pope's
start
still
talking,
adjusting to that. Yeah.
if I start
true.
talking details about anything, they're like, it's just
they're
overload.
like,
It's
No, okay.
they just tell us where to go and where to be, Pope, and we'll be there.
Point. They're like a
Right.
hammer.
They are
Like,
one
Friends
hammer.
like,
actually.
tell me your schedule, what's going
Yeah,
on,
right.
can we make this any better? And we're just
right.
like, where'd you need me to be?
Can't-
What day do you need me to be there?
You can't have the frantic without it. Like,
They can't. And I feel bad responding to you because in the group chat, right? And they're like, we don't want to know all this stuff.
yeah. You seriously don't, by the way. I mean, I'm totally joking. So
Yeah. Of course.
it is true. I'm still, I'm not a year into the podcast yet. I can't wait for my
Franiversary.
franiversary.
Anniversary.
Franiversary.
Oh, we're doing
April,
something for that.
right?
When is that?
That's
Is it
end of
April?
I think that's going to be around.
Oh, we got to
Cyberpunk.
do a franiversary.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's April or May. I
It'll be
guess.
Is it where we
fantastic.
say
It's
we
May.
send Fran very inappropriate gifts that he has to open?
Then he has to open.
I think we should
Yes.
send him a plane ticket to an undisclosed location, and that's where he's got to do the podcast from.
What? I mean, that's literally like my dream as a video producer. Just that way, an all expense paid trip, even if it's difficult.
Wait, all expense paid trip. No.
Oh no, it's just the plane ticket,
Just
and it's one way. It's one way.
get yourself back.
It's like literally to somewhere just like in South America I've never heard.
This is to begin our
way.
DCP survival. Challenge.
Yes.
Kicking it off
I
with
like
Fran.
this.
Can
Yeah.
Fran make it home?
As evidence, I think, of like setting up Watt's house for PAX. Like I will pull it off. I will reflect the moon off a local creek, off a whiteboard through the window and magnify it through my pint glass to make it get enough light for my A6400, which I'll bring with me. And I'll have like a USB hand crank. See, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready
Yeah.
to do
Sounds
this.
great.
So glad you're on board, Fran. Thank you very much.
No,
We
it's
do love
it's
you
been
a lot,
awesome.
Fran.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for you guys. I will say that above all, like you guys made me feel like part of the family super fast because you've had Holtz on forever and so much history with Planet Destiny, and I think it was almost awkward how fast you accepted me is how I felt, and you guys kept being like, "Why are you talking to us like that?" Like, it was really like, "Why are you asking that? You're acting weird." I'm like, "I don't know. I'm the new guy, right?" And
Yeah,
so-
you were like a business, and I'm like, man, get your ass in here and talk about that.
exactly.
He's
Yeah,
like,
like you'd have post meetings and it'd just be like, come on in. And you guys are very open. It's a group, it's a family.
oh yeah, we don't.
And I mean, I had to learn that, which I think is great. But like, meaning, I feel like you got to earn your place sometimes. So anyway,
Well, I mean,
guys are
you left Stripes when you left the IGN and Destin and the Fire and chose the better podcast. I mean, I get it.
Right.
When you moved over, you earned your first stripe, right? When you acknowledge that there is that difference between that one other show and this, and you said Guardians in instead of Guardians out.
oh right.
That was it.
That was it. That's all you
That was the
needed to do.
moment.
That was
See,
it.
I can't really respond to this or I won't get paid. So I just have to let it ride. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
been
you.
fun. Yeah.
And everybody.
All right, and I would be remiss to thank obviously Ash, who does an incredible amount of work and sometimes with little to no notice. Is always up to try different things and has her creative direction with what we do is fun and amazing. And Aries holding up some big lifts here. He holds down our Discord and our social media presence, and I get to, who else would I get to yell at they do they misspell something, or in a tweet of the upcoming show. It's great. No, he's
take everything out on Mr. Aries.
He's my guy. He's my guy. I get to like, what did you do that for?
How dare you? We all know you did it, but you take it out on him.
Right. I just pointed at him because he's the social media guy.
That's true leadership, right?
The social media guy gets it. Everybody knows that. But we're looking to have. I'm thankful that he's come on board and been a huge part of our community. So
totally. He's amazing.
And we've got some amazing mods, people who help us out, and this is just part of a really cool, fun place to be in. Something I enjoy doing. But yeah. All right, somebody cut me off.
Is that the show?
I mean,
Briar's like, I had a lot of beers.
Yep. He's just asleep at the
Are we
maybe we can do next year maybe we can do like in the gift giving thing where the stream gets to meet the significant others, whatever girlfriend you're dating at the time for.
This is not a good idea. My wife goes hard on me when she's on stream.
She's great, by the way. She is amazing.
She goes in.
Wow. There's a lot to clip from what you just said. I do think it is worth actually also saying, like you said, Pope, that Destiny was your game of the decade.
Yeah.
To say thank you to Bungie and the community of just like everybody, the developers and everybody who makes the game. Like it's, they have to listen to a lot of crap, and there's a lot of constructive criticism out there too. And I think we, by and large, hopefully are constructive, but sometimes, like everybody gets salty, but I feel like, they've supported the show.
I want my Jade Rabbit.
That's right. But we all know they work super hard. I think that's the simple part of it is like, as we, give thanks for everything in the year, I think it is worth saying, like, look, like we always have stuff we want improved in the game, but I'm sure we all feel the same, right? Like, we appreciate the crap out of everybody working their butts off trying to make a game they love that hopefully everybody else loves. And we know that that's not easy as much as we will continue to give you, the constructive criticism and love next year, right?
Hopefully they're enjoying their holidays off right now.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for that one guy who's boxing up my Jade Rabbit.
And he's that one guy.
Working overtime at the Bungie store.
I got to get this out to Briar. All right, I think we're done. We're up.
Is that the show?
Is that the show for this year?
Is that the final DCP?
It's the final DCP
of the decade.
Next time we get together, we will have. Oh, I'm not gonna even
musical
tease
announcements. Apparently,
did you ever think you'd make it to 2020? I didn't.
No, I thought I'd be dead.
For real.
Who would have thought?
Some of the stuff I did in growing up, I mean.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I thought we'd have them too.
Yeah.
We got electric cars. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's not nearly as cool as a flying.
I'd rather have a Mustang though.
Right. A flying Mustang.
Yeah. Obviously. I want to do burnouts in the sky.
But we do have an episode on, just to confirm, it will be the January 2nd. So just after New Year's Day.
And that will be another drinking party with DCP because it's the New
Year's.
We just keep it going.
More options.
We got to celebrate the New Year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All
Always every Thursday.
That's when we should have done our resolutions. What the fuck, Pope?
Yeah, man.
That's the resolutions
episode.
The real ones.
Good
the
Lord.
real ones.
The real ones.
These are just the fake ones.
Warm-ups.
These were
warm-up
warm-ups.
resolution.
The warm-ups.
I'll think about it. I'll think about incrooing my minute.
I'm gonna go from 2% beard growth.
It's gonna go to 3 minutes.
To 10% beard
might
growth.
get-
Oh,
Yeah.
You spoiled it. That's heft.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
If you want to find more of me, talk to me at Teft on Twitter and catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft.
If you want to find more Frankie 2 times, head over
3 times.
to FM3_ right here on Twitch.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. Catch me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
I'm not telling.
And if you want to catch Briar on Twitter, find at Briar Rabbit.
The Briar Rabbit.
The Pornhub Briar Rabbit, or what is it? Which one is it?
If you want to find me, catch me in the comment section on Pornhub.
Catch me in the comment section. People actually comment on those things.
They really do.
Wow. It's a whole nother world I have never known. But apparently somebody at my house does. And this has been Pope. This has been Pope Bear. Follow me on Twitter at Pope Bear. But really, honestly, you should follow the and DCP Live. And every other guest that we've had throughout the year, we've had some amazing guests. I want to thank the community who's spent time and out of their busy schedules to come in and share their community and thoughts with us over the years. It's incredible. I have 3 posters up in my office when I look at the amazing content creators that have come and spent time with us. We really appreciate you guys. And if you're listening to this right now and you aspire to be a content creator or you're building up your you could be on the show and we would love to have you. So keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, and maybe 2020 is going to be that year that you find your voice and you build your channel. So let's make it happen.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a fantastic New Year's Eve, everyone.
Yep.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Be safe.
Right.
Have
Call
fun.
an Uber.
Call
Uber.
And we'll see you in 2020.
See you guys in 2020. Thanks for watching. Episode 168 out, right?
Bye.
Kicking off the new year with 69.
Bye, guys.
Definitely getting naked.